From Grady's Field in Xenia, Ohio, it is game number 39 as your Xenia Scouts look to snap what has become an 8-game losing streak here against the Cincinnati Steam. Andrew Alix here alongside my broadcast partner Gabe Genovesi. You will hear from Gabe in just a moment. Like you've probably heard before if you've listened to these broadcasts a couple times, the Scouts came in after the All-Star break with a record of 15-15 and right smack in the middle of the hunt in the Great Lakes South Division, trying to snag themselves a playoff spot. But since then, it has not gone well at all whatsoever. 8 straight losses, 3 straight to the Copperheads, a sweep in the series from the Richmond Jazz, a sweep from the Hamilton Joes, and then losing game 1 of this 2-game set tonight here against the Cincinnati Steam. So now the Scouts look to get back on the winning track here and pick up what would be their first win in almost 2 weeks. And they will send Alix Worthington to the hill to do just that. Alix Worthington, the pitcher from Bellevue College in Bellevue, Washington. Well, he's actually graduated from Bellevue College in Bellevue, Washington. He will be headed to Biola University in the great city of Los Angeles in the spring. But for the Scouts, they're actually, even though this game is at Grady's Field, it was not scheduled to be here. It was supposed to be at Max McCleary Field in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio, but a little bit of rain ruined the field, and the game had to be moved back here to Xenia. So the Scouts getting themselves one extra home game to play in front of the Xenia faithful here at Grady's Field. And let's get you the lineups before we do anything else. Batting first and playing left field is going to be Jordan Lambert. Aaron Takis batting second and playing short. Kyle Casserly batting third and playing first. Donald Ring playing third and batting fourth. Chris Ackerman is catching and batting fifth. Ryan Park is playing right field and batting sixth. Dylan Lottenville batting seventh and playing second base. Ben Beachy back in the lineup and hitting eighth. And Francisco Andina is in the 9-hole. He is playing center field. So it looks like we are about to get things underway here at Grady's Field in beautiful Xenia, Ohio. Jordan Lambert steps in. He will face off against the Cincinnati Steam pitcher, Logan Teague. First pitch here, Jordan Lambert. Curveball outside part of the plate, called strike one. Jordan Lambert, the left fielder from the University of Tennessee Martin. He's a .295 hitter on the year, 6 doubles, a home run, and 19 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch to him, and he hits that one on the ground. Sharp ground ball. The shortstop, Aldo Wendy, has it. He throws out to first in time for out number 1. So the first batter of this game for the Xenia Scouts is retired, and with one away, it's going to bring Aaron Takis to the plate. Aaron Takis, the shortstop from Corinne University, the native of Oviedo, Florida. He's playing shortstop tonight, just as he has for really the latter part of this season. Takis, a .294 hitter on the year. First pitch to him. Fastball outside part of the plate, called strike one. 12 RBIs on the year for Takis. He has only 3 extra base hits all season long. He awaits the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike the count. It's Aaron Takis at the plate. Kyle Casserly awaits on deck. A scoreless ball game here in the top of the first inning. The 1-1 pitch, and Takis fouls fastball straight back into the screen. The count now moves 1 ball and 2 strikes. Aaron Takis against the Cincinnati Steam so far this season. 14 for 39 with 7 walks and 3 RBIs. He takes upstairs and outside. The count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes here. So Takis, he bats from the left side here against the righty Logan Teague. The 2-2 pitch. Curveball upstairs and outside, and the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Aaron Takis. Let's check that, actually. Takis, 14 for 39 in his last 11 games. Against the Steam so far this season, just 3 for 17. The 3-2 pitch. Inside ball 4. Aaron Takis draws his 6th walk against the Cincinnati Steam this season, his 20th overall, and the Scouts have a 1-out base runner here for Kyle Casserly. So Casserly steps to the plate. Kyle, a .271 hitter, the team leader in doubles, triples, and home runs. 12 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 home runs for Kyle Casserly. He bats from the left side here against the righty Logan Teague. First pitch to him. And that one is a blooper in the air, shallow left field. That drops in front of the left fielder, Mike Moffitt. And they relay it over to second, and they will say that beat Aaron Takis. So the ball hanging in the air for not very long, but Aaron Takis unable to decide whether he should back off and try to get back to first in case the ball was caught. But Takis slides in. I thought he had beaten it, but it looked like he might have gotten beat by the throw there from the left fielder, Mike Moffitt. First pitch here to Donald Ring is hit on the ground over towards second base. The second baseman goes to the shortstop, who hits the second base bag, gets the force, and out number 3. So the Scouts do not manage a hit there. No runs on no hits, and 1 man left aboard for Xenia. We have played the top of the first inning here. The Scouts and the Cincinnati team still scoreless here at Grady's Field. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We are back here for the bottom of the first inning here. Andrew Alix alongside Gabe Genovesi at Grady's Field. Still a scoreless ball game between the Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam. Alex Worthington to the mound and the leadoff man, Jace Mercer, to the plate for the Steam. First pitch, well, that's high and outside. And that one really on the outside gets away from the catcher, Chris Ackerman. 1 ball and no strike. And Gabe, do we have any stats on Alex Worthington here?
Well, we definitely do have stats. And Worthington on the year, a 13.5 ERA.
The 1-0 pitch. Curveball finds the zone, a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
10 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 16 earned runs, 19 hits, so almost 2 hits in inning. 12 walks, 5 strikeouts.
The 1-1 pitch from Worthington. Fastball outside part of the plate, a called strike 2. So after really losing it on that first pitch, Alex Worthington now ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes here against the center fielder, Jace Mercer. Mercer, a .278 hitter on the year with 15 RBIs. He bats from the right side against the lefty as the 1-2 pitch. That one spiked into the dirt, evens up the count 2-2. Defensively for the Scouts, it's Kyle Casserly at first, Dylan Lottenville at second, Aaron Takis at short, Donald Ring at third, Jordan Lambert in left, Francisco Andina in center, Ryan Park in right, and Chris Ackerman is behind the plate. The 2-2 pitch. Curveball, that one is smacked foul down the left field line, and Jace Mercer may have swung. That would have been ball 3 there. That one just landing about 2 or 3 feet to the right of that right field line, so the count will stay even 2-2 here. Jace Mercer, he has been the leadoff man in almost every game between the Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam, and he does what he does best when he gets on base. 22 stolen bases on the year. That is tops on this Cincinnati Steam ball club. The 2-2 pitch from Worthington Upstairs and outside, the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Jace Mercer, the center fielder from the University of Cincinnati. He bats from the right side here against the lefty. Worthington looks to Chris Ackerman. He delivers the 3-2 pitch. High and outside, ball 4. So Jace Mercer draws a leadoff walk here. And as we move deeper into this Cincinnati steam order, that is not something you want to do if you are Alex Worthington putting the speedy leadoff man aboard.
Not at all. Mercer, we saw him steal 3 bases last night alone.
Absolutely. So now it's Aldo Wendy up to the plate. Aldo Wendy from the University of Texas San Antonio. He's the shortstop tonight. First pitch to him, low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Buendia, a late addition to the Cincinnati Steam Ball Club. Just 46 at-bats on the year, but he's doing pretty well in that small sample size. 14 for 46. That is good for a 3.04 average. 3 of those 14 hits, extra base hits, all of them doubles, 6 runs batted in. Pickoff move from Worthington back over to first, not in time to get Mercer. The University of Texas San Antonio, that is not a name that you see everywhere in the Great Lakes League by any means, as opposed to his teammate Jace Mercer from the University of Cincinnati. That one, a little more common. As pickoff attempt back over to first, Worthington spikes that one into the turf. Good job by Kyle Casserly. Pick that one out. The count will remain 1 ball and no strikes here. It's a runner at first and nobody out here in the bottom of the first. The Scouts and the Cincinnati team in action here at Grady's Field in Xenia. The 1-0 pitch. Low ball 2. Aldo Buendia. He will be followed by the heart of this Cincinnati steam order with Dallas Beaver, Alex Holderbach, and Matt Worthington. As Chris Ackerman, the catcher for the Scouts, going to go out and have a word with the pitcher Worthington. The Scouts, they're going to need some favors defensively. Their right fielder is playing second base. Their catcher is playing third base. Their other catcher is playing right field. The 2-0 pitch. High and away, ball 3. So 3 straight misses here from Alex Worthington. And here risks putting 2 on here. With nobody out and you get into that heart of the steam order, that could be a problem. So Buendia steps back in, 3 balls and no strikes the count. The 3-0 pitch to him. Curveball, get me across, does just that. It finds the zone there. The called strike 1, so Buendia still finds himself in a favorable hitter's 3-1 count. 3 balls and 1 strike now. Worthington delivers. And that one fouled out of play right field side. So after falling behind in this count 3-0, Alex Worthington throws a good curveball to get himself across. And then Buendia fouls one off. So the count goes full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes here with nobody out. Buendia steps back into the box. Francisco Aldina in center field playing a couple steps to the right. Worthington sets the 3-2 pitch. And that one grounded foul down the third base side. We will stay at 3-2.
And a good battle back by Worthington to not allow the 4-pitch walk. You need to pound the strike zone tonight. The Steam, yeah, they can hit the ball, but when you give them free passes, someone's eventually gonna make you pay.
Again, Worthington delivers. Curveball fouled straight back into the plate. We will stay at 3-2. So for 10 so far this at-bat, 3 straight balls from Worthington. He fights his way back into the count to make it 3-2, but now Aldo Wendy fouling a couple balls off, staying alive here in this at-bat. A hard-fought battle here already, still with nobody out in the home half of the first inning. 3-2 from Worthington, all down the third base line, ground ball. Now the 8th pitch of this at-bat. Wendy doing a very good job to stay alive. Jace Mercer, like we mentioned before, 22 stolen bases on the year in 28 attempts. 2 of those throwouts, however, 2 of those 6 times he was caught stealing. The catcher was Chris Ackerman of the Scouts. The 3-2 pitch. Foul down the third base line. 4 straight foul balls on 3-2 here from Aldo Buendia. And this will now be the 10th pitch of the at-bat for Alex Worthington. Worthington, the southpaw, against Aldo Wendy. He bats from the right side. 3-2 again. Curveball fouled straight back into the screen. 5 straight foul balls now, and it's almost absurd how Aldo Wendy has been able to stay alive in this at-bat. A very productive at-bat for the Cincinnati Steam shortstop.
Yeah, you can't get anything by him. This is insane.
So this will now be the 11th pitch of the at-bat. The pitch from Worthington. And that ball, slow rolling grounder back to the mound. Worthington's going to underhand toss it to Casterly in time to get Aldo Wendy over at first. Jace Mercer advances from first to second there. So ultimately, though Alex Worthington does get the out, a very productive, what was a 12-pitch at-bat for Aldo Buendia.
That was an extremely effective and productive at-bat from Buendia. Worthington's pitch count now at about 15.
Well, maybe a little bit higher than that.
Yeah.
15 or 16, I would
15
say.
15 or 16 through 2 batters and already a runner in scoring position for the Steam.
And a guy who's pretty good at driving in runs to the plate, it's Dallas Beaver. Dallas Beaver, the catcher from the University of Central Florida. First pitch from Alex Worthington. Low and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Beaver, a .351 hitter on the year, 11 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs, 25 RBIs. That .351 average and those 25 RBIs, second on this Cincinnati Steam ball club. The 1-0 pitch. Actually, Worthington will step off and look back the runner, Jace Mercer, over at second. But that shows you something about this Cincinnati Steam club, that .351, not good enough for their best batting average. That's a full almost 50 points better than the best average on the scouts, as Worthington delivers fastball low and away, but Dallas Beaver goes fishing there, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike to count here with 1 away in the bottom of the first inning. A runner at second for the Cincinnati Steam. Dallas Beaver bats from the left side here against the southpaw Alex Worthington. The 1-1 pitch. Low and away, 2 balls and 1 strike.
And Worthington's motion is kind of slow. The leg kick for him is slower than most pitchers. I wouldn't be surprised to see Mercer take off for a third at all.
Dallas Beaver, 7 for 25 against the Scouts with 4 RBIs this season in 7 games played against Xenia. He hammers curveball foul out of play left field side. The count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Worthington did not play all that much in his freshman year with UCF. Just 3 for 19 at the plate. That's good for a 158 batting average. The native of Kissimmee, Florida. 2-2 the count. The pitch from Worthington. And that one, a ground ball, slow roller down the first base side. Alex Worthington is going to try to beat the runner there, and they will say
he did.
They got him. So a very close play there as Worthington fields his position on a really slow rolling ground ball down that first base side, and it ultimately ended up as Dallas Beaver really lunging to try to beat the foot of Worthington, but Worthington got there first. So out number 2, that will be a 1 unassisted in your books, folks. But Jace Mercer advancing another 90 feet here into scoring position. He stands just 90 feet away from breaking this game open here in the home half of the first. First pitch here, that one low and inside to Alex Holderbach. 1 ball and no strikes. Holderbach, well, he is the stud in this Cincinnati Steam lineup. A .362 average, 12 doubles, 5 home runs, 27 RBIs. He bats from the right side here against the southpaw Alex Worthington. 2 away and a 1-0 count. Worthington delivers curveball. That one will find the zone, called strike 1. Evens the count up 1-1 here with 2 away. Holderbach, first in the Southern Division in batting average with that .362 mark. 7th in the Great Lakes League overall. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball fouled back into the plate, and Alex Worthington ahead in this count 1-2. So after the lead-off walk, a couple of groundouts drawn by Worthington, both of which allowing Jace Mercer to advance, so he stands at third. Ahead in the count 2. Holderbach bats from the right side. Alex, the 1-2 pitch. way on the inside. That one almost gets past Chris Ackerman, but a good job there by the catcher Ackerman to end up blocking that one, keep it in front of him, prevent the very speedy Jace Mercer from coming home to score.
Yeah, Ackerman being active early, a good sign for the Scouts.
2-2 now the count. Worthington delivers. And that one is hit high in the air, left field, not very deep. Jordan Lambert's tracking into foul territory. He'll make the grab for out number 3. So Alex Worthington, a scoreless frame in his first inning of work. No runs on no hits, and one man left aboard for the Cincinnati team. We have played one inning of baseball here at Grady's Field. The team still scoreless. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We go into the top of the second inning here. The Scouts and the Cincinnati team still scoreless at Grady's Field, and it's Chris Ackerman to the plate to lead things off for Xenia. First pitch to him. Curveball taken by Ackerman in there for a called strike one. Chris Ackerman, well, it's been a struggle of late. A 184 average on the year with 12 RBIs. His 40 strikeouts is second most in the, or it is the most in the Southern Division. Third in the league overall. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball taken for a strike yet again. 0-2 the count to Ackerman. Chris Ackerman, the catcher from Hillsdale College, playing alongside his teammates Donald Ring and Dylan Lottenville here. In Xenia, the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Drop third strike. Throw over to first in time. Out number 1. So Chris Ackerman, the struggles with the strikeout continue. And leadoff man retired here for Xenia. So with Ackerman retired, it's going to bring Ryan Park to the plate. Ryan Park, a 250 hitter on the year. That's with 4 doubles, 9 RBIs. He has drawn 27 walks. That is most on this Xenia Scouts ball club. He'll watch fastball on the outside. 1 ball and no strikes with 1 away here. Ryan Park playing right field tonight. That is a pretty weird scenario. If you are Ryan Park, he awaits the 1-0 pitch. That one on the inside, so 2 balls and no strikes to count to Park. Park, a catcher by trade. Catcher is the only position in the field that he has played all year. He is caught, and he has been the designated hitter. The 2-0 pitch. And Park hits that one in the air, left field. A diving Aldo Wendy will not make the grab in left field. So Ryan Park has himself a hit, the first hit of the day for the Xenia Scouts ball club, the first hit of the day for either side.
Yeah, nice little piece there from Park. Just in the right spot. Little blooper into left, just past the outstretched glove of the shortstop.
So with Park aboard, it's Dylan Lottenville to the plate. Dylan Lottenville, well, he had a hit yesterday. And is this right, Gabe? Does he have a 2-game hit streak going?
He might.
He might. First pitch to him. Skied high, foul territory, pop up behind the plate. The catcher, Dallas Beaver, is tracking back, but he will watch that one fly over the netting and hit the roof. It's either a 2-game hit streak or 2 of 3.
I was about to say, I apologize for not knowing, but I normally don't look at 2-game hit streaks. Normally, it has to reach 3 for me. I give the hit streak at 3.
It is a 2-game hit streak. for Dylan Lattonville, who only has 9 hits on the season. Certainly, we've seen a bit of an improvement here in these recent days. Curveball, he ropes that one, a liner into left field, and that one will roll. Ryan Park is rounding second, but he will actually pull out the brakes there. But if a 3-game hit streak is what it takes for you, Gabe, Dylan Lattonville has himself a 3-game hit streak, and the Scouts with a couple of consecutive hits here off Logan Teague. Runners at first and second for a returning guy in Ben Beachy, who, if you're a Scouts fan, you'd love to see out there on the field.
Yeah, a nice, solid, hard line drive from Dylan Lattonville. Good hit down the left field line. The Scouts have something going here in the second.
So now with Ben Beachy to the plate. Ben Beachy has not played in a while. First pitch to him. Fastball upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Beachy's sidelined with a knee injury. He is the designated hitter tonight, so not having to do that strenuous field work. But Ben, a .302 hitter on the year. That is tops on this Xenia Scouts ball club. Runners at first and second here with 1 away. The 1-0 pitch to Beachy. Fastball taken on the inside, 1-1. Beachy, 7 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, and 18 RBIs on the year. That 18 RBIs number, second amongst Xenia Scouts hitters. He bats from the right side here against the righty. It's Park at second, Dylan Lattonville at first. As that one delivers on the inside, 2-1 goes the count. Otterbein College hit .298 his sophomore year with the Otterbein Cardinals. Looks back to second. Now he delivers the 2-1 pitch. Just catches the outside part of the plate, 2-2. Francisco Andina awaits on deck here. The Scouts with runners at first and second. With 1 away here in the top of the second. The 2-2 pitch to Beachy. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Ben Beachy cannot pick up a hit in his first at-bat back. That is the second strikeout of the inning, the second strikeout of the game, and the second out of the game, or of the inning, all for Logan Teague at the same time. And that'll be up to the 9-hitter, Francisco Andina, to keep this thing going. And the positive side of that, Francisco Andina, well, he had himself a day yesterday. A 3-for-4 day, a double and a couple of singles for the center fielder from Puerto Rico. First pitch to him. Andina shows bunt, but pulls back. That pitch of fastball, catching the outside part of the plate for a called strike 1. Andina, a .186 hitter on the year, 6 doubles, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. He has drawn 24 walks this season. That is second amongst Xenia Scouts players, tied, of course, with Chris Ackerman. He is the 9th Scout to come to the plate so far this game. The 0-1 pitch, high ball 1. So the count evens up a ball and a strike here with 2 on and 2 out in the top of the second inning. And excuse that mistake in advance. I will probably make it a couple times. The Scouts are the away team today at their home field. The 1-1 delivery. In the dirt on the Francisco Andina ahead in this count, 2-1. Logan Teague has had just 1 start so far this season for the Cincinnati Steam. Teague went 4 innings, allowed 5 runs, 3 of them earned, striking out 5, walking 2, allowing 3 hits on the day. So the Scouts, well, they're already 2/3 of the way there in terms of that hit mark, and Kyle Casserly really should have gotten a hit if it wasn't for that fielder's choice. 2-1 pitch high. 3-1 Andina finds himself in a very favorable hitter spot here. Andina bats from the left side against the righty Logan Teague. Teague steps back in. Andina back in the box. Teague looks to the catcher, Dallas Beaver. The 3-1 pitch. And Andina hits that one high in the air and deep to right field. Going back is the right fielder, and that one will just drop foul. Oh, that's unfortunate. Francisco Andina hit a hard fly ball down towards that right field line, and it drops on the warning track, essentially just maybe a foot to the right of that foul line in the foul territory.
Exactly what I was going to say. Even from here, you could tell that was only a foot, maybe 2 from the white chalk. And that's just, that's 2 feet away from 2 runs for Xenia.
So now the count is 3-2 after that ends up being a very long, very disappointing strike for Francisco Andina, and Andina will call time there. As we await the 3-2 pitch, it's Ryan Park at second, Dylan Lottenville at first here in the home half. See, I'm already making the mistake that I admitted I would make in the top of the second inning. Logan Teague, the 3-2 pitch. Fouled straight back into the screen by Andina. The count will stay at 3-2. Teague is allowed 2 hits and walked 1 through an inning and 2/3 pitched. Andina, the 9th batter he has faced today. If the inning will be extended, Jordan Lambert waits on deck. Teague looks back to second. Now he looks to the catcher Beaver. The 3-2 pitch. Fouled straight back into the screen. Francisco Andina doing a decent job of staying alive here on full count. We will do 3-2 all over again.
Yeah, good work by Andina. Even on these last couple pitches, which have been near the outside corner. Normally you see Andina struggle with that outside part of the plate. He's just fouling off pitches, waiting for the one he needs, and hopefully can deliver a hit here.
A couple of singles and a couple of strikeouts for the Scouts so far. The 3-2 pitch again. And that'll be strikeout number 3 of the Andina. Waves and misses there. And that will do it for Xenia here in the top of the second. No runs on 2 hits and 2 men left aboard for the Scouts. We have reached the middle of the second inning. The Scouts and the Cincinnati team still scoreless here at Grady's Field. We will be right back after the break. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. The bottom of the second inning here, the Scouts and the Cincinnati team still scoreless after the Scouts stranded runners at first and second when they had 2 on and 1 out in the top of the second inning. But now it's going to be Alex Worthington back out to the mound for his second inning of work. First pitch from him. Curveball taken low, 1 ball and no strikes. Worthington did not allow a hit in the first inning. He walked the leadoff man, Jace Mercer. They proceeded to get a couple of ground outs and a fly out to leave Mercer stranded. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball low and away, 2 balls and no strikes. The batter is Matt Worthington. Worthington, a .315 hitter on the year. He leads the team with 7 home runs. One of those home runs coming just yesterday. The 2-0 pitch. Swung his fastball. Well, let's say actually he just got a piece of it and fouled it back into the glove of Chris Ackerman. The count moves 2-1. Fastball on the inside, fouled straight back there. Worthington, Mike Moffitt, and Hayden Singer due up for the team here in the home half of the second. The pitch spiked in the dirt. The count goes 3-1. Matt Worthington has been very productive. His team so far this year. He awaits the 3-1 pitch. Worthington delivers. Curveball found out of play right field side. The count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Man, Matt Worthington in the home half of the second. Worthington against the Scouts so far this year. 7 for 17 with 6 RBIs in 4 games against Xenia. He'll call time and take a step as Alex Worthington was taking a little too much time for Matt Worthington. Worthington versus Worthington. Couple of W's there. That ends with ton. A 3-2 pitch here. Just missing on the inside is a fastball there from Worthington. So that is ball 4. And for the second inning in as many, Alex Worthington puts the leadoff man aboard with a walk.
Yeah, and last inning, the difference in the first inning between these two teams is the Scouts went down fairly quickly. Takis drew a walk, but otherwise it was some quick pitch at bats. In the first inning for Worthington, he threw about 25 pitches, so he's been working here early.
Mike Moffitt now to the plate. First pitch, curveball, fouled straight back. 0-1 the count. Moffitt, the left fielder this evening. He's a .315 hitter on the year. 9 doubles, a triple, and 4 home runs. 23 RBIs for the left fielder from Northern Kentucky. He bats from the right side here against the lefty. Worthington leads over from first. The pitch. Fastball taken just on the inside, about the same spot that Worthington put that 3-2 pitch that ended up walking the lead runner. So count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike now. The 1-1 pitch. Low and in yet again. The count moves 2-1. Mike Moffitt, he has been pretty much an everyday guy for the Cincinnati team, currently on a 9-game hit streak. The 2-1 pitch. Low and in yet again. 3 balls and 1 strike moves the count. Moffitt, the native of Waterdown, Ontario. A Canadian presence here on this Cincinnati Steam Ball Club. He's ahead in the count, 3-1 with a runner over at first and nobody out. The pitch spiked in the dirt on the outside, ball 4. So a 5-pitch walk puts Mike Moffitt aboard, and now Alex Worthington finds himself in a little bit of a jam here. 2-1 and nobody out.
And normally you don't like to give up hits, but in this situation, if you're going to have 2 on, Worthington is, again, thrown about 10 pitches in this inning. 2 walks, nobody down. A 1-pitch hit would have been better than this.
So now Hayden Singer steps in. Hayden Singer, he hit a grand slam home run in his first at-bat yesterday. First pitch to him, a curveball, finds the inside part of the plate for a called strike 1. 0-1. Singer, the designated hitter this evening, he caught last night. He comes to the Steam by way of Miami University of Ohio, a great friend of Gabe's Ohio Bobcats. The 0-1 pitch coming here. Way on the inside, he evens up the count 1-1. Singer, a .283 hitter, 8 doubles, 3 home runs, and 24 RBIs. That 24 RBI number, the 3rd most on this Cincinnati Steam Ball Club. The 1-1 pitch. Low and in yet again. The count moves 2-1. Singer against the Scouts so far this year. Well, other than the homer, he's still done pretty well. 8 for 20 with 5 RBIs against Xenia. He has 4 extra base hits, 3 doubles, and a home run against the Scouts. 2-1 pitch hit hard on the ground towards third. Donald Ring goes to second for 1. Dylan Lottenville goes to first, and the throw will be offline. Coming home to score will be Matt Worthington. Advancing to second after the error is Hayden Singer. So what looked to be a 5-4-3 double play, well, it helps when you have a second baseman that's actually played second before. And Dylan Lottenville kind of unsurprisingly makes his first error of the game over there in the 4-hole.
Yeah, and you get Moffitt at second. As you mentioned, Worthington scores, and that's just tough. Instead of 2 outs and a runner on third, a run scores. You got a runner still in scoring position with only 1 out. And you said it. Dylan Lottenville's never played second before in his life, and it's just it's tougher than it looks out there.
Indeed, especially at this high level. First pitch here to Blaine Griffiths is hit in the air. Foul ball, right field side, out of play. 0-1 goes the count here. Blaine Griffiths, a .238 hitter, 7 doubles, 1 home run, and 10 RBIs. He bats from the right side here against the southpaw Alex Worthington. A runner at second and 1 out here in the bottom of the second. The Steam lead the Scouts by a score of 1-0. As Worthington steps off and looks back to lead. He will take a break here before one. Here it comes, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball on the inside, evens up the count, a ball and a strike. In a couple minutes, we'll start keeping track of that Alex Worthington pitch count because through just an inning and a third, it's already pretty high. Some hard-fought at-bats. Notably, that one against Aldo Wendy in the first inning. 1-1 pitch taken on the inside by Blaine Griffiths. The count moves 2-1. Blaine bats from the right side here and gets the southpaw Worthington. 2-1 pitch. Swung and on and missed there. Evens up the count 2-2. So Worthington does not want to issue another walk here. A lot of pitches already thrown early in this ball game. So Blaine steps back into the box. Worthington looks to the catcher Ackerman, the 2-2 pitch. Misses low and inside, 3-2. The count goes full here. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Blaine Griffiths. Worthington has walked 3 already, allowing just 1 hit that really could have been a double play, but instead the error as the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Alex Worthington has his first punch out of the inning, first punch out of the evening, and a big second out here in the home.
Yeah, now you're one.
A double, a triple, and 5 RBIs. Actually has played a very fair amount for the Cincinnati team so far, despite the first pitch to him. On the inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Jake Bork from the University of South Carolina upstate. Bats from the right side here against the lefty Worthington. The 1-0 will not be thrown there as Worthington steps off yet again. 1 ball and no strikes here with 2 away in the bottom of the second. The runner at second is Hayden Singer. The 1-0 pitch. Bork, the native of Springboro, Ohio, but he does play for the University of South Carolina upstate. And I know a lot of people listening right now must say, where have I heard of the University of South Carolina upstate before? The answer in 2 words, Dave Roseboom. As the 2-0 pitch here, missing on the inside, ball 3, 3 balls and no strikes. Dave Roseboom, a native, or an alumni, I should say, the University of South Carolina upstate, playing for the Double-A Binghamton Mets. The one, the only University of South Carolina upstate player playing professional baseball. And at this time, the 3-0 pitch, upstairs and outside. And they'll say that Worthington balked there, actually. Advancing another 90 feet there is Hayden Singer. The count still 3-0. Got to get something across here following the balk. So a runner at third and 2 away here. Nothing game in favor of the Cincinnati team. The 3-0 pitch. Low and inside ball number 4. So that being the 5th, or no, the 4th walk.
5th? No, you're
right.
right.
The 4th walk. The 4th walk issued of the evening through 9 batters by Alex Worthington, and it's back to the top of the order with the very dangerous Jace Mercer, and it looks like Bubba Cade's going to come out to the mound and have a word with Alex Worthington. It'll be interesting to see what advice Cates gives here, or if he'll try to make a call to the bullpen. Nobody warming up here for the Xenia Scouts in the bullpen at this time. And if we think about, well, who's available in this game, Landon Williams, Caden Owens,
yep.
Jack Raines in all likelihood. We will not be seeing Michael Pineda O'Donnell. we will not be seeing Titus Collins.
Ryan Mills.
Ryan Mills will be starting tomorrow, so do not expect to see him either. As Kate's out having a word with Ackerman and Alix Worthington as well. So now it's back to the top of the order here. And a big for Alix Worthington. He's already done it. Has not allowed a hit so far. But 4 walks through 9 batters. He's gotten in trouble. So Jason Mercer from the right side here. It's runners at the corners. And 2 away. Walk. His first time up. First pitch to him. Fastball. Like a called strike 1. 0-1 the count to James Mercer. Mercer, a .278 hit around the year with 15 RBIs. It's Hayden Singer at third, Jake Bork at first. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball just high, 1 ball and 1 strike down the count. And now it looks like we're seeing some work in the Xenia Scouts bullpen. Looks like Caden Owens going out to throw. And also looks like John Kapicki headed out to the bullpen. The 1-1 pitch. Way on the inside, and then they'll say that one got a piece of Jace Mercer, so he is aboard for the second time now this evening. Now the Scouts will have to hope and pray that Alix Worthington can get himself out of this bases loaded 2-out situation. The score now just 1-0, but we have seen it time and time again this season in the early innings.
Yep.
How things for the Scouts can just get out of hand and quickly.
With 2 outs, too.
Yeah, I believe we talked about that just yesterday, that it seems that people are always getting 2-out hits against the Scouts. But now it's Aldo Wendy to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 away. First pitch hit on the ground over towards third base. Third baseman Ring throws over to first in time, and that will do it for the Steam here in the home half of the second. So 1 run comes home for Cincinnati. On no hits, they will leave 3 men aboard, and Alix Worthington does a good job there of getting himself out of a bases-loaded jam. So 1 run on no hits and 3 men left aboard for the Cincinnati Steam in the bottom of the second. We have played 2 innings of baseball here at Grady's Field. The Steam lead the Scouts by a score of 1-0. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
Thank you.
We go into the top of the third inning and back to the top of the order for the Xenia Scouts. They're trailing this game by a score of 1-0. Jordan Lambert to the plate for the second time today. First pitch to him, a fastball way on the outside. 1 ball and no strikes. The count to Jordan Lambert. Lambert, of course, the left fielder from the University of Tennessee at Martin. 0 for 1 on the day. The 1-0 pitch is hit back up the middle. It hits off the glove of the pitcher, Logan Teague. The shortstop, Aldo Wendy, comes, spins, throws in time over to first. Out number 1. Jordan Lambert thought that he might have had himself a hard hit ball there that could have gotten himself a single, but Aldo Wendy Does some pretty impressive defensive work over at short and says, not so much. Mark that one down as a 6-3. And that is out number one here in the top of the third inning.
Yeah, that's a heck of a play by Buendia up the middle. Excuse me.
So now Aaron Takis steps in. First pitch to Takis. Fastball upstairs and outside, taken all the way. 1 ball and no strikes to Takis. Takis, he walked his first time up. He bats from the left side here against the righty. And he'll watch all the way as a curveball misses big. 2-0 the count to Aaron Takis. Takis, a .294 hitter on the year with 12 RBIs. He awaits the 2-0 pitch. And Takis walking outside part of the plate, a called strike one. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now the count to Aaron Takis here in the top of the third inning. 1 away and nobody on for Xenia. 2-1 pitch. Curveball upstairs, 3-1. It'll be Aaron Takis followed by Kyle Casserly and then Donald Ring if they can get to him here with scouts. A 3-1 pitch to Takis. Way on the inside, ball 4. So Aaron Takis has already drawn walks number 20 and 21 of his season here in just 3 innings of play in this ball game. And now it's 1 on, and Kyle Casserly to the plate, who was ultimately kind of robbed of a hit his last time up.
Oh, yeah. Casserly floats one out into left field, but Takis didn't quite read it well, and he's thrown out at second, which means it's just a fielder's choice for Casserly, which really stinks for him.
Casserly bats from the left side here. First pitch to him. Hard ground ball over towards first. The first baseman, Worthington, has it. Throw back over. They'll throw to second, get the force. The throw back over to first will pull the pitcher, I believe, who was covering first base, off the bag. So Kyle Casserly is safe at first. Aaron Takis out at second for out number 2. So mark that one down as a fielder's choice. The second one of the game for Casserly. This deserved.
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say. That's 2 fielders' choices now for Casserly, and just an unlucky break on the first one.
So now with Donald Ring to the plate, on and 2 outs. First pitch to Ring. Inside, 1 ball, no Ring. 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded out over to second base his first time up. That ended the first inning of ball play here. He bats from the left side here against the righty. The 1-0 pitch, curveball missing, gets away from the catcher, Dallas Beaver. Kyle Casserly ball game up.
Pretty quick on the base pass. So even a base hit field, the Mercer and the right fielder Griffiths playing. The left fielder Moffitt is way in with Ring being a lefty.
So 2 balls and no strikes is the count. Ring. It's Kyle Casserly over at second with 2 outs in the team. Hits one up the middle, line drive, center field. Kyle Casserly rounding third and coming home. The throw not in time. Kyle Casserly slides around the tag of Dallas Beaver. An RBI single off the bat of Donald Ring. Looks like he'll advance to second on the advance, but that will tie this ball game up at 1 run apiece.
That's a heck of a slide from Kyle Casserly, because that throw got there right as Casserly was starting his slide. So to for the scouts, if Casserly normally slides into the plate, he's going to be tagged out before his foot. Instead, he leans his body away from the catcher, the back of home plate, and it scores a run for Xenia.
So after the RBI single from Donald Ring, he now stands at second as he got to second on the advance. And his Hillsdale College teammate Chris Ackerman to the plate. First pitch to Ack, outside part of the plate called strike 1. Chris Ackerman, his first. Ackerman, a guy with extra base power and a pretty good batting average on balls in play. The strikeout has been the problem from Howell, Michigan. Pitch that time. That one gets away. Evens the count up. 1 ball and 1 strike. And how big is the advance, however, on the passed ball there that allowed Kyle Casserly to move from first to second?
Yep. Because now then the base hit scores Casterly instead of it being a couple runners on and no score. For the Scouts, at least.
The 1-1 pitch now to Chris Ackerman. That one is hit a ground ball over towards short. Buendia fields it, throws over to first in time. That will end it for the Scouts here in the top of the third inning. But 1 run on 1 hit and 1 man left for Xenia. We have reached the middle of the third inning. The Scouts and the Cincinnati team are up at 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We go into the bottom of the third inning, and the Scouts already making a pitching change here at Grady's Field. It's Landon Williams into pitch. And Gabe, what do we have on Landon Williams?
Landon Williams, a 0.32 ERA in 27 2/3 innings pitched.
First pitch here from Landon Williams. That one is lined into right center field, a base hit. So getting things going early here. Before we can even introduce him is Dallas Beaver. And 1 on and 1 out, or 1 on and nobody out here for the Cincinnati team.
Williams has given up 19 hits in 27 2/3, so make it 20. So under a hit an inning, only 1 earned run given up, 10 walks, 23 strikeouts. He's 2-0 with 4 saves, a whip of just 1.05, so about a base runner an inning, and opponents only bat against Williams.
Alex Holderbach to bat with 1 on and nobody out. First pitch slider from Landon Williams is hit high in the air, left field, not very deep. Coming under the fly ball is Jordan Lambert. He'll make the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out to get the number 1 hitter in this Cincinnati away for the Steam here in the home half of the third.
Alex Worthington's final line, 2 innings pitched, no hits given up, 1 earned run, of course. 4 walks and a hit by pitch was the Worthington problem tonight. 1 strike. Overall, Worthington limited the damage despite the walks and the hit by pitch, and it's still 1-1 here in the third.
Yeah, well, 1 run in 2 innings for Alex Worthington, and that is better than his ERA would suggest he would have done. First pitch slider. That one hit on the ground, fair territory, third base side. Long throw from Donald Ring in time to get Matt Worthington. A ground ball that he just didn't know whether it was going to stay fair or foul, but Donald Ring charged in on it and answers the question for you and gets a big second out here in Matt Worthington.
Yeah, good play from Ring. That ball definitely would have stayed fair, and it was slow enough to where he couldn't go to 2 with it. He knew it right away, fired to first, and now Williams, despite giving up the leadoff hit, is 1 out away.
Dallas Beaver advancing over to second on the ground out. So now with 2 away and a runner in scoring position, Mike Moffitt steps to the plate. First pitch here to Mike Moffitt. Slider from Williams, missing on the outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Mike Moffitt, well, he walked his first time up. Moffitt, a .315 hitter on the year, 9 doubles, 1 triple, 4 home runs, and 23 RBIs. He bats from the right side here against the righty. The 1-0 pitch from Williams. Slider on the outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Landon Williams, mostly just a 2-seam fastball and a slider. Kind of a 2-pitch guy, but he has been the most dominant reliever statistically in the Great Lakes League all season. The 2-0 pitch from Williams. Ground ball, right field side base hit. Dallas Beaver rounding third. He'll actually pull up the brakes there as a good relay throw from not your everyday right fielder in Ryan Park, but a couple of hits here already off of Williams, more than you'll normally expect from Williams. And it's runners at the corners here with 2 outs and a very dangerous hitter in Hayden Singer coming to the plate.
And that's a great play by Park in right field. Again, he hasn't played the outfield his whole career. Even in high school, he said he got a few starts in the outfield, but that was just because they desperately needed an outfielder. He does not play the outfield. So for him to field that ball cleanly and throw right on the money to the cutoff Casterly is huge.
So Hayden Singer to the plate. Singer's 0 for 1 today. He swings hard, fouls one out of play, first base side on the payoff, 0-1 the count. His first time to the plate, Singer was out on a fielder's choice. Ended up reaching, though. Ended up being safe after the throw from Dylan Lottenville pulled him off the bag. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 2. And that's a bad way to explain it. Ball 1. Even though count 1-1. Bad way to explain it. He hits the ball over to third. They get the lead runner at second. Looked like a double play ball, but then Lottenville threw the ball away and pulled Casterly off the bag. So it still looks like a fielder's choice, but it really could have been a double play ball. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Landon Williams. That one catching the outside part of the plate, and Landon's ahead in this count 1-2. It's Dallas Beaver at third. Mike Moffitt at first here with 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Williams trying to keep this just a 1-1 ball game. The 1-2 pitch. Runner goes, and Chris Ackerman is going to let him advance over to second. So as that pitch taken on the outside evens up the count 2-2. And Landon Williams works in an even more dangerous position here with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 away. Looks like Ackerman's going to come out to the mound and have a word with his pitcher, Landon Williams. A brief word at that. Hayden Singer bats from the right side here against the righty Landon Williams. Singer an all-star, 1 for 2 in the all-star game. We mentioned earlier he hit the big grand slam home run yesterday. Williams looks to the catcher, Chris Ackerman. He delivers the pitch. Fouled straight back, evens up the count, or the count will remain even, 2-2.
And that's a good spot from Landon Williams. Singer just got a piece of it. That's exactly where Ackerman had his glove.
Singer, 8 for 21 with 5 RBIs, 3 doubles, and the home run against Xenia this season. 2-2 pitch, and that one a ground ball over towards second. Dylan Lottenville cannot field the ball over at second. 1 run comes home to score. 2 runs come home to score. An error on Dylan Lottenville, and 2 runs will come home to score on that play. Makes it a 3-1 game in favor of the team, and that's a tough one. It's hard to blame Dylan Lottenville, granted that he is not a second baseman by trade, but that one, a pretty routine ground ball.
Yeah, that one was hit right to him. I know he's never played second in his life, but That ball was hit slowly right to Lawtonville.
So 2 runs come home to score. Neither of those runs will be charged to Williams as earned, we assume. And that is the second error of the day on the Xenia Scouts. So now it's 1 on and 2 outs. And Blaine Griffiths to the plate. Griffiths fouls one straight back, evens up the count 1-1. He is 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out swinging, the first and only strikeout victim of Alex Worthington during Alex Worthington's 2 innings pitched. He bats from the left side here. Against the lady Landon Williams, the 1-1 pitch. And that ball hit on the ground past Casserly. Dylan Lawtonville fields it. He will throw over to Landon Williams at first. Williams catches the ball but does not beat the runner there as he covers the bag. Mark that one down as an infield hit for Blaine Griffiths. And now it's 2 on and 2 out yet again. Landon Williams now just trying to limit the damage.
Yeah, and it's just a shame. The Scouts in a really tough spot tonight with Joey Roddy being injured, Ange Bourgeois having to leave for that conference. No second baseman. The Scouts literally have no second baseman because of the Ben Beachy knee injury.
I can only imagine what Corey Coop did on that error. Probably broke his clipboard. It's a tough one if you're Landon Williams, but those 2 runs come home to score, and now all you got to do is work with the situation that you're in. But Slider on first pitch there gets away from the catcher, Chris Ackerman. Both runners from first and second will advance 90 feet. So now a couple of guys in scoring position with 2 outs yet again here. And now if you're Landon Williams, this is a big out that you need to make to prevent the damage from being even more. A 3-1 ball game in favor of the Steam here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It was 1 run for the Steam in the bottom of the 2nd, and now 2 runs for the Steam already here in the bottom of the 3rd. The 1-0 pitch is fouled straight back into the plate. The count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. The batter is Jake Bork. The second baseman, a .266 hitter on the year, 5 RBIs. Has reached base once, but yet to record an official at-bat this game. 1 of 5 issued by Alex Worthington. He bats from the right side here against the righty Landon Williams. Williams looks to the catcher, Ackerman. Now he delivers. Slider, outside part of the plate. Bork watching all the way. Takes that one for a called strike 2, and Landon Williams just 1 strike away. So Williams looks to the catcher, Chris Ackerman. It's Hayden Singer at third, Blaine Griffiths at second. The 1-2 pitch. Outside slider, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bork from the same school as Dave Roseboom, the University of South Carolina upstate. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, third base. Donald Ring fields it cleanly, throws over to first in time. That will get the runner, and that will do it for the Steam here in the bottom of the 3rd. But 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error. 2 men left aboard for Cincinnati. We have played 3 innings of baseball. The Steam lead the Scouts by a score of 3-1. Gabe Genovesi. I always say it wrong. I've said it wrong pretty consistently, but that's because you're not vain like me.
You say it, but you can say it both ways.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I feel like if I was, I would hope that if I was really botching it, that you would correct me.
Yeah. Well, my grandfather, my nonno in Italian, would say that you can't say it both ways, but you can say it both ways.
If you called me Andrew Alix, I would probably punch you in the face. But Gabe, whatever his name is going to take over the middle innings, and I will be here too, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So a lot of baseball left to play. The Scouts hitting pretty well so far, but they trail by a score of 3-1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
We head to the fourth here at Grady's Field. Ryan Park leads it off for the Scouts. First pitch to Park. Down the middle, strike one on a fastball. The Cincinnati Steam leading the Scouts 3-1 as we enter the fourth inning. The 0-1 pitch. Low in the turf, 1-1. A little bit of a weird situation tonight here at Grady's Field. This game was supposed to be played in Cincinnati for a Steam home game. It gets moved to Grady's here in Xenia. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball inside, 2-1. Because of rain, heavy rain last night in Cincinnati, and the Steam did not tarp their field. It does not drain well. The 2-1 pitch. Hard ground ball, right side, picked up by the second baseman, Bork, one away. So Park, after singling in the second inning, grounds out here in the fourth, and that'll bring up Dylan Lottenville for the Scouts. So we come here to Grady's Field for this game, but the Cincinnati Steam still the home team here in Xenia. So if the Scouts are trailing after in the ninth, then we do not have to play the bottom of the ninth. First pitch to Lottenville, inside, ball one. Logan Teague still on the mound for the Cincinnati Steam. He's given up 1 run on 3 hits. Lottenville has one of those hits. The 1-0, way outside, 2-0. Lottenville picked up his 10th hit of the season in the second inning with a single down the left field line. Now 10 for 78 on the year. The 2-0 pitch. Line drive, center field. Mercer charging, diving, grab. He missed it. It goes under the glove. Lottenville heading for 2, and he's going to round second and head for third. This will be close. Lottenville dives, and he is safe at third base. Dylan Lottenville with a leadoff triple for the Scouts. A runner on third, not a leadoff triple, but a runner on third with 1 down. And that brings up Ben Beachy for the Xenia Scouts. Lottenville's first triple of the year, his 4th extra base hit. So he comes into the day with 9 hits, no multi-hit games. He picks up 2 hits right away here in the second and the fourth. And Beachy comes up trying to score Lottenville from third, down 3-1. First pitch, high above the head, 1-0. Ben Beachy returns to the lineup after sitting out for a week and a half with a knee injury. Beachy, before the injury, the best hitter on this Xenia Scouts team with a 3.02 average. The 1-0 pitch. Grounded left side. Charging is the third baseman, Holderbach. He'll go to first with it, but a run scores, and it's 3-2 Cincinnati here in the fourth. An RBI ground out to third for Ben Beachy. His 19th RBI of the year that ties Jordan Lambert for the lead on the Scouts club. 2 down here in the fourth. The Scouts get a run back, trailing 3-2. And that'll bring up Francisco Andina for Xenia. Andina bats from the left side against the righty Teague. First pitch. Andina shows bunt, pulls it back. Pitch low, 1-0. A pretty nice atmosphere tonight. Decent crowd. Some of as the 1-0 pitch from Teague. Andina shows bunt again, takes a curveball high and in, 2-0. Some of the Scouts' parents making their way in for the final couple games. Just so on Monday morning after we finish the season Sunday, they will have a ride back. The pitch, high and outside, 3-0. Andina, a 186 batting average, 6 doubles and a homer. So 7 of his 22 hits, extra base hits. Andina, same routine, fixes the batting gloves, takes the D3-0. Give me over fastball, does just that, 3-1. Logan Teague on the mound, making his second appearance for the team tonight. The 3-1 pitch. Line drive, foul territory, out of play down the third base line, 3-2. And you see all the kids running for the foul ball here at Grady's Field. You get the foul ball, you turn it into the concession stand, you get yourself a nice little free piece of candy. And the crowd reacting to it as well. It's an all-out war. The 3-2 pitch fouled off. Ondina just got a piece of it. Honestly, from right behind the plate here, I couldn't tell. I thought it hit the glove of the catcher Beaver, and it was a drop third strike, but Ondina just gets a tip, and we'll stay at 3-2. Hey, kids will do anything for that piece of candy, man. Chasing after those foul balls. The 3-2 pitch. Low ball 4. Ondina walks and keeps the inning alive for the Scouts for the top of the order in Jordan Lambert. And if you're going to start a 2-out rally, that's exactly how you want to do it. Ondina with speed on the base pass. Jordan Lambert, the leadoff hitter tonight for the Scouts, comes up. Leads the team in hits with 41. However, Lambert 0 for 2 tonight. A couple of ground outs to the shortstop, Buendia. The second ground out right up the middle. Buendia made a spectacular play. The pitch. Fastball chopped right side. Picked up by the first baseman, Worthington. And that'll be it for the Scouts here in the fourth inning. The Scouts get a run. A triple from Dylan Lottenville and then an RBI ground out from Ben Beachy makes it 3-2 as we head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. The Scouts get a run back in the top of the fourth. They trail 3-2 as we head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Landon Williams back out on the mound for his second inning of relief for Xenia. He'll face the top of the order, Jace Mercer, Aldo Wendy, and Dallas Beaver for the Cincinnati Steam. Mercer bats from the left side against the righty, Landon Williams. First pitch. Mercer shows bunt, takes a strike on the outside corner. Jace Mercer, of course, the switch hitter from the University of Cincinnati. Played in almost every game as a freshman for the Bearcats. The 0-1 pitch. Slider. Fouled off behind the plate, 0-2. Landon Williams, a two-pitch guy. A slider and a sinker. He says it's not quite a two-seam fastball. He grips it like a sinker. The righty from Oklahoma Wesleyan sets now the 0-2 delivery. Slider low in the turf. 1-2. Of course, the all-turf field here at Grady's Field. Not a speck of dirt anywhere in this place. On a beautiful athletes in action complex here in Xenia, Ohio. The 1-2 pitch. Slider popped up shallow right field. The right fielder, Park, coming in. He will make the grab. Ho, ho, ho. That looked more like Dylan Lottenville's ball at second, but Park called him off. And it ends up not harming anybody, but Park with the glove face up. And there's one down here in the fourth. Aldo Wendy to the plate now. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Buendia played his first game of the season against the Scouts a couple weeks ago here at Grady's Field. He went 1 for 5 in that game, and then yesterday he went 1 for 6. So he's 2 for 11 against the Scouts on the season. First pitch from Landon Williams. Slider swung on and missed. 0-1. Wendy 0 for 2 tonight. A ground out back to the pitcher Worthington in the first inning. A ground out over to third baseman Donald Ring in the second. The pitch. Another sinker just below the knees. 1-1. Aldo Wendy from the University of Texas San Antonio. Hometown Laredo, Texas. Joined this Cincinnati team late. Only now he grounds one toward third. Ring picks it up, fires to first. 2 down here in the fourth inning. And I'll tell you what, Donald Ring, not a third baseman, but he has played excellent at the hot corner in the past few games for the Scouts. We've seen 1 or 2 mishaps, but he's gotten a lot of balls hit his way. And with the injury to redshirt freshman Joey Roddy, out for the rest of the year after getting hit in the elbow, Ring has stepped up nicely at the hot corner. Dallas Beaver now to the plate for this team. First pitch. Slider just misses off the outside edge. Ackerman keeps that pitch there for quite a few. He doesn't know where it missed. 1-1. Beaver won a single his last time up in the third inning. Ground ball up the middle. Takis diving. Stop made. The throw to first is not in time. Beaver just beat it by a half a step. Takis makes a heck of a diving effort on a ground ball up the middle and just couldn't get it out of his glove in time. But that's a heck of a play by the shortstop.
And if you're Aaron Takis, you're probably pretty aware right now that up the middle, you're going to have to pick up a lot of slack with a right fielder playing over in that 4-hole. And a ball that maybe would have been Bourgeois' ball if it was Bourgeois over there. Lottenville just doesn't have that instinctual reaction that a middle infielder should have. Takis did a great job there covering the middle. Unfortunately, just not enough time to get it over.
Alex Holderbach to the plate. Williams checks first. Now the first pitch. Just misses off the inside corner, 1-0. Holderbach 0 for 2 tonight. Both of them fly outs to the left fielder, Jordan Lambert. Bach is the Cincinnati Steam's best hitter. A 362 average leads the club. The 1-0 pitch. Slider, ground ball, left side. Takis goes to short, flips to second. And that'll do it for the Cincinnati Steam here in the fourth. So the Scouts make up ground in the fourth inning. They win the inning. A run in the top half. They hold the Steam scoreless in the bottom half. No runs on 1 hit, 1 left aboard. We'll head to the fifth. A 3-2 Cincinnati lead. The Scouts trail this team 3-2 as we head to the top of the fifth inning here at Grady's Field. Aaron Takis, Kyle Casterly, and Donald Ring, the 2-3-4 hitters, due up for the Scouts here in the fifth. Again, we're here at Grady's Field in Xenia, but a little bit of a weird situation. This game's supposed to be in Cincinnati tonight. Cincinnati got a bunch of rain last night, and they did not cover their field. And their field, Max McClary over there in Cincinnati, does not drain too well.
Oh, no, not at all. Very, the opposite of this very beautiful turf surface we got there. They're doing it old school natural grass, and unfortunately for the Steam, just even a couple hours of rain a night before will be too much.
First pitch to Takis outside, ball 1. So we're here at Grady's, but this is still a Cincinnati Steam home game, and that is why the Scouts are batting in the top of the 5th. 1-0 to Takis. Ground ball, left side. Buendia charging. Picks it up, fires to first, and they got him. Takis is out, 1 away.
And, it doesn't mean much different than that, of course. The Scouts faithful making up the majority of the fans of this ball game. A decently attended ball game here on a beautiful Friday night in Xenia. And, the Scouts game day staff still working the game. The Legacy Christian Academy guys, shout out to them working at the snack stand over there. Of course, the great Kyler Ludlow still on the point streak. We got Joey Rowdy on PA.
First pitch to Kyle Casserly. Misses off the outside edge, 1-0.
The only other difference is that it looks like the Steam are going to buy us the Pizza Hut tonight instead of the Scouts picking up the bill.
Oh, gotta love that. I'll take Pizza Hut too. The 1-0 pitch. Curveball misses low, 2-0.
Well, talking to Brady yesterday, I think it might have been when Caden was in here. But I was talking to him yesterday. He said, yeah, we'll buy the food. I said, just don't get us Little Caesars. I said, I don't do Little Caesars.
The 2-0 pitch. Ground ball right side, right to the second baseman, Bork, 2 away here in the 5th. So a 6-3 ground out and a 4-3 ground out, and it'll be up to Donald Ring to keep the inning alive for Xenia. Down 3-2. The Scouts, of course, mathematically eliminated from the playoffs this year after winning division last summer. And with only 3 games to go, the Scouts are pretty much playing to play spoiler role. Ring high at the chin, 1-0. The Cincinnati Steam, in order to make the playoffs, they're in 3rd place in the Southern Division. The top 2 spots in the Southern Division go to the Great Lakes League playoffs. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball toward first. The first baseman, Worthington, slides, makes the play, and that'll do it here in the 5th inning for the Scouts. 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the bottom half. 3-2 Cincinnati. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. The bottom of the 5th we go here at Grady's Field. 3-2 Cincinnati over your Xenia Scouts. Landon Williams back out on the mound for his 3rd inning of relief. He'll face Matt Worthington, Mike Moffitt, and Hayden Singer, the 5-6-7 hitters for the Cincinnati Steam. Williams on the rubber quickly to face Matt Worthington. First pitch to the righty. Slider just low and away, 1-0.
And we do have some out-of-town scoreboard action. It's the top of the 6th in Hamilton. The Joes lead the Southern Ohio Copperheads by a score of 2-1.
Good old general manager No. Swung on and missed. Tintin swings through an off speed.
The 7th in Lima. 2-1.
And sorry, what was the Copperhead score again?
2-1, I should say, in favor of the Joes.
So that's interesting. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive center field. Andina coming on, makes the grab. He ran in and kind of caught it over his head.
Yeah, he
probably
misplayed
could have
that
stayed
one a
put.
little. Yeah, Antina misplaying that one a little bit, and a decent job. I mean, obviously he makes the grab anyway, but you could almost tell he takes 2 hard steps in and realizes, uh-oh, I didn't even have to move at all. But just a little bunny hop there, he makes the grab, and a good out number 1 there against a good hitter for Landon Williams.
To the plate, he's 1 for 1 with a walk tonight. A walk in the second inning, a single his last time up in the third. Came around to score the 3rd run of the game for the Steam. First pitch. Slider popped up deep center field. Ondina's going to have to retreat for this one, and it's over his head. It one-hops the wall in center. Ondina relays it in quickly to Lottenville, and Mike Moffitt holds up with a 1-out double, his 10th of the year. 1 on, 1 out for Cincinnati.
Yeah, Mike Moffitt just part of this very dangerous middle of the order and almost the entire order. I mean, you look at from the 2 spot in the order to the 6 spot in the order, everyone in that lineup hitting above 300. Of course, only 1 person on the scouts hitting above 300, and that's Ben Beachy.
Hayden Singer to the plate now for the Steam. Singer has reached base both times tonight, but on a fielder's choice and an error. So he's over 2. Williams sets. Grounded right side. This time Lottenville fields it on 2 hops, throws to first. 2 down in the 5th.
And doesn't look like that's Lottenville anymore, Gabe. Looks like that's actually Ryan Park.
My apologies.
So, yeah, that I guess I didn't notice either. But Ryan Park and Dylan Lottenville do not look the same.
No.
There are some obvious differences there.
That was definitely out of habit.
But, yeah, out of habit. But, yeah, I guess I didn't catch that defensive substitution either. But I guess after Lottenville's error, they made the switch.
First pitch to Blaine Griffiths, outside corner, strike 1. And once again, the Scouts don't have a second baseman tonight.
Oh.
Ange Bourgeois left the team for a conference in California. Joey Roddy is hurt. He's normally the 3rd baseman, rings at 3rd. Ben Beachy is hurt with a knee injury. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed 0-2. Ben Beachy's hurt, so he's DHing. He cannot play the field, though. The only reason he's DHing is because we literally need him to.
Oh, there's no the other option is have the pitchers hit.
The other option is have the pitcher hit. And, of course, Aaron Tack is at short, and that'll do it for our middle infielders. So now the 0-2 pitch. Blooped into left. Lambert was playing in. He makes the grab, and then I'll do it in the 5th for the Cincinnati Steam. Another scoreless inning for Landon Williams after he gave up 2 in the 3rd, none in the 4th, none in the 5th. And we head to the 6th. The Scouts trail 3-2. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. The Scouts trail the Steam 3-2 as we head to the top of the 6th inning here at Grady's Field. Logan Teague back out on the mound for the Steam, his 6th inning of work. Chris Ackerman, Ryan Park, and Dylan Lottenville, the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Scouts here in the 6th. The Scouts a run in the 3rd, a run in the 4th, a run in the 2nd inning for Cincinnati, and 2 in the 3rd. Brings us to the 3-2 ball game. First pitch to Ackerman. Curveball misses inside, 1-0. Ackerman 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout in the 2nd inning, a ground out to short in the 3rd. He bats from the right side. The 1-0 pitch. Chopped back to the mound. Teague makes a nice snag, flips over to first, one away. So Logan Teague has retired 4 in a row after the 1-2-3 inning in the 5th. And that brings up Ryan Park for the Scouts. Park 1 for 2 on the day, a single in the 2nd inning, and ground out to the second baseman, Jake Bork, in the 4th. The switch hitter bats from the left side against the righty Teague. First pitch swung on and missed, 0-1. Ryan Park, an on-base percentage of .423 right now. His on-base percentage has not dropped below 400 all season. The 0-1 pitch, high at the eyes, 1-1. All year, from the very first game, Ryan Park has had an on-base percentage of above 400. And he continues to find ways on base. The 1-1 pitch, high above the head this time, 2-1.
And Ryan Park has just done, like you said, such a tremendous job of getting on base all year long. And we always say it, but his coach can be very pleased.
Park swings through the 2-1 pitch, evens up the count at 2-2.
That's not a you can't overstate the importance of the ability to have really quality at bats, and those low strikeout numbers plus the high walks, a good thing.
2-2 pitch misses outside, 3-2 to Ryan Park. Yeah, Park's average just 250. He's exactly 25 for 100 on the year, but 27 walks. The 3-2 pitch, high and outside. Park walks his 28th of the season. That, of course, leads the Xenia Scouts Ball Club and is 6th in the Great Lakes League.
You know, Ryan done a very, very impressive job throughout. And now a hot hitter in Dylan Luttonville coming to the plate. And hopefully Luttonville can continue what's been a really good day for him so far.
Luttonville 2 for 2 today, a single in the 2nd inning, a triple in the 4th. First pitch, low and inside, ball 1. And you say a hot hitter in Dylan Luttonville, I can legitimately say that's something we have never said this season.
No, not once.
Luttonville came into tonight 9 for 77, a .117 batting average. The 1-0 pitch popped up right field. The right fielder Griffiths over toward the line. He made the grab, 2 down.
Close call there. It looked like Griffiths almost misplayed that off his first step, and that ball kind of hanging in the air for a long time. Griffiths had plenty of time to recover. But Luttonville almost had himself his 3rd hit of the day, but talk about what Luttonville's done just in these past 3 games. 4 hits in 3 games compared to what it was. So just
7 hits
in 20 some odd games, yep. 25, 24 games.
First pitch now to Ben Beachy. Outside corner, strike 1. Beachy back in the lineup after missing a week and a half with a knee injury. And honestly, his knee is still hurt. He has to hit tonight for the Scouts. The 0-1 pitch, below the knees, 1-1. And the reason I say he has to is with injuries and a couple people having to leave the team, the Scouts are down to 9 hitters. That's it. So unless they want a pitcher to hit, the pitch to Beachy, he checked his swing. He went around on a curveball low and outside, 1-2. So unless the Scouts want a pitcher to hit, Beachy has to hit. And he said his knee is good enough to bat for the Scouts, not good enough to play shortstop where he normally plays.
Yeah, and don't expect to see Ben Beachy stealing any bags if he gets on the base path either.
The 1-2 pitch, line drive, center field. Mercer coming on, makes the grab, and that'll do it for the Scouts here in the 6th inning. They get a base runner on a walk from Ryan Park, but no runs on no hits and 1 left aboard for Xenia. We head to the bottom of the 6th, 3-2 Scouts trail the Cincinnati Steam. Xenia Scouts this inning. Bork, Jace Mercer, and Aldo Wendy, the 9-1-2 hitters due up for this team. They'll face off against Landon Williams in his 4th inning of relief for the Scouts. Williams so far has given up 5 hits and 2 runs, but they were not earned. No earned runs for Landon Williams. Now the first pitch to Jake Bork. Low and away, 1-0.
Yeah, Williams, me and Gabe were talking about it off the air. He needs to get a certain amount of innings. You have the straight number on you?
He needs to pitch 33.
33 innings to qualify amongst the league leaders.
The 1-0 pitch catches the I'm sorry.
Yeah, on point streak. But I think Williams, one of the best pitchers of the year and should be in the running for first team all league at the end of it.
The 1-1 just misses off the inside edge, 2-1. And just to explain that a little farther, Landon Williams, all his numbers, the 0.32 ERA, the 23 strikeouts, the whip, the batting average against, now the pitch, outside corner, strike 2, evens up the count at 2-2. All of that is not going to be in the league rankings among pitchers unless he pitches the minimum amount of innings. As he sets the 2-2 pitch to Bork. Curveball, slider, just misses low, 3-2. And the minimum amount of innings is 0.8 innings per game, which if you do the math, it's 33 innings for the Scouts. The 3-2 pitch misses that low and away. Ball 4, leadoff walk for Jake Bork.
Yeah, and my fear for Williams would be that if he doesn't end up on that final rankings list, I think the coaches are probably a little bit lazier.
And they'll overlook it.
And they'll just they won't even think about it. They'll just look at the rankings and they'll pick the best guys and that are on the rankings.
Exactly.
And they'll put that as their all-league selections, which would be unfair.
And
but I could just see it happening.
I could definitely see it happening as Jace Mercer steps to the plate. So Landon, who needs the 33 innings pitched by the end of the year to be among the league leaders. First pitch to Mercer. Line drive up the middle. Takis fields it on a hop. Flips to Lottenville for 1. Over to first. Mercer is safe with the really quick speed. And there's 1 down here in the 6th.
Yeah, and a good job there by Takis at the hot corner. But unfortunately, with a guy at second base who just doesn't normally play that position, it's going to be harder to turn double plays today for the Xenia Scouts.
And that'll bring up Aldo Wendy. So Williams had 27 2/3 innings coming into tonight. We did the math ahead of time. That's why we know he needs 33 to be among the league leaders. This is his 4th inning of work. As he sets, the first pitch is not going to be delivered quite yet. I'm sorry. Throw over to first, Mercer. So if he finishes this inning, he will be at 31 2/3. So he will be an inning and a third short. I don't see Williams going much farther in this ballgame.
Neither do I.
Though again, Mercer dives back safely, and of course, throwing over to a smart thing in this situation is Mercer is 22 for 28 on stolen bases, 2 stolen bases, 2nd in the whole league.
Well, I know that the kind of pitch count restrictions on Williams are that.
First pitch to Buendia. Fouled off behind the plate, 0-1.
Are that he's not supposed to pitch 2 days in a row. Now, that's considering that they're limiting him to 1 or 2 innings per night. Now, remember, Landon Williams had over 40 innings pitched this past spring.
Right.
You add that to the fall numbers and also 40 innings as a freshman. His arm was probably very overworked. And head coach Matt Parker over at Oklahoma Wesleyan just trying to be conservative with how he's going to let the Scouts use Williams here in this summer ball season.
Williams throws over to first once again. Mercer once again back safely. Now quickly back up on the rubber is Williams. He checks Mercer. Now the 0-1 pitch. Mercer going. Line drive, left field, hooking, foul. About 6 to 8 feet foul and a long strike, 0-2.
Very close call there, but just a long strike, kind of like what we saw with Francisco Andina earlier in this game. Just looks good off the bat, but just a sigh of relief if you're the pitcher, Landon Williams, in that situation.
And, man, I I am rooting for Landon Williams to get to that 33 innings mark. The 0-2 pitch to Buendia. Outside, it gets past the glove of the catcher, Ackerman. Mercer takes second. And the count's 1-2 on Aldo Wendy, because I think you're right, sadly. I think if he doesn't get to that 33 innings mark, coaches aren't even going to look at, like, they're not going to go out of their way to click on the scout stats and look at their pitchers.
Especially because the scouts are, 8 games under 500.
Exactly. They're just going to look at the league rankings. And Landon Williams has now only given up 1 earned run in his 30 2/3. Make it 31 exactly with the 1 out here in the 6th inning. And that's remarkable. That is absolutely remarkable.
Oh, no questions asked. And it would be an absolute disservice to the performance that he's put out of that first team. I mean, he could give up 3. He would still be far and away more than that reliever role. Not to mention the fact that he has, I believe, 3 or 4 saves. 3.
4.
4. Oh.
It's 3rd in the league. The pitch. Mercer took off for 3rd, stopped halfway, and then pitch misses just outside, 2-2. He took off. That was obviously planned by Jace Mercer, trying to get Ackerman to throw a ball away down the 3rd base line as Ring covered the back. He was already over at 3rd base. Mercer decided to hold up. Williams sets. Mercer dancing over at 2nd. And Williams will step off, not throw over to 2nd base, but just step off. Count stays at 2-2. Buendia waving the bat above his back shoulder. The 2-2 pitch, Mercer going, the pitch low, throw to 3rd, and he is safe at 3rd. Jace Mercer steals his 23rd bag of the year, and a run with only 1 away.
And Landon Williams is going to be hard to get himself out of this jam. The strikeout, if he could get Buendia swinging here or looking or anything, that would be huge for Williams.
Buendia 0 for 3 tonight. Few ground outs. The 3-2 pitch fouled off behind the plate. Will stay at 3-2.
Yeah, we saw it with Buendia in his first at-bat against Alex Worthington. He had a 11-pitch at-bat. Ends up grounding out but staying alive in the count. But ultimately, that 11-pitch at-bat, a big part of the reason that Alex Worthington could only go 2 innings, even though he didn't allow a hit.
Williams sets the 3-2 delivery. Slider misses just below the knees, and Buendia is on for the first time today with a 1-out walk. And quite frankly, that pitch was beautiful from Landon Williams. I thought it definitely caught the knees in there for a strike.
Yeah, no, I agree with you for sure, Gabe. And the problem being, normally my instinct is to try to, put some positive spin on it here and say, well, at least that puts the double play ball on with what should I say, Beaver having already grounded out today. That's a possibility, but with a position player who doesn't normally play 2nd base and Ryan Park over there in that 4-hole, I don't know how likely the double play ball actually is.
Beaver bats from the left side, 2nd on the team in average with a .351 batting average for the Cincinnati Steam Ball Club. Williams throws over to 1st. Buendia back safely. Dallas Beaver, 53 hits on the year. That is 3rd in the Great Lakes League, and obviously 1st on the Cincinnati team. 11 doubles as well. The pitch swung on and missed. 0-1.
Now, I do see some rustling out there in that Xenia Scouts bullpen. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw Caden Owens come in for this one.
Beaver slowly waving the bat above his back shoulder. Runners on the corners, 1 out. The pitch. Blooped foul down the 3rd baseline, out of play, 0-2. The Scouts with a shift on here for Dallas Beaver in the infield. Aaron Takis at shortstop playing just about 3 or 4 steps right of the bag. So still on the left side of the infield. but just barely. He's all the way up the middle.
I'll say it again. Punch out would be huge here.
The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Landon Williams strikes out Beaver. 2 down in the 6th.
A great pitch there from Williams on the slider. Got Beaver to chase. And I was just about to say Dallas Beaver with 25 strikeouts on the year. That is third on the Cincinnati Steam Ball Club. Will make it 26. And now Alex Holderbach, a guy who both Worthington and Landon Williams have both kept in check today. A great hitter and one big out to make here to keep this game close.
Runners on the corners, 2 down for Cincinnati. Up 3-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Holderbach to the plate. He's 0 for 3 tonight. He bats from the right side. And Williams fakes to third, throws to first. Everyone back safely. Holderbach 0 for 3 tonight, but a 362 average coming into this game. That was 8th in the whole league. In the league with 51 hits. The righty from Eastern Kentucky hoping to do damage here in the 6th. The first pitch. Slider misses outside, 1-0. Holderbach was 2 for 5 with a walk yesterday against the Scouts. He's now 7 for 22 against Scouts pitching. With the 0 for 3 day tonight, make it 7 for 25. The pitch, outside corner, count even at 1-1. Holderbach, the everyday third baseman for Cincinnati. His ball club up 3-2 here in the 6th. A hit adds another run. The 1-1 pitch. Grounded left side. Takis fields it, flips to Park at second, and that'll do it in the 6th for the Cincinnati Steam. Landon Williams works his way out of a jam. 3 straight scoreless for Landon Williams, and we will head to the 7th. The Scouts trailing 3-2. Andrew Alex will have the play-by-play all the way through the 9th. You're listening to Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
Back here at Grady's Field, the top of the 7th inning, and the Scouts trailing the Steam by a score of 3-2. Andrew Alex here alongside Gabe Genovesi. Thank you for tuning in tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here listening with us, and we appreciate that. Francisco Andina in to lead things off for the Scouts. First pitch to Andina from the new pitcher, Alex Darden. That one a fastball taken on the outside part of the plate by Andina. No balls. And 1 strike to count. Alex Darden. The lefty here. And Mike Darden, a 12 in the year in 4.1 innings, allowing 8 hits, 8 runs. 6 of those runs earned. He has struck out 4 and walked 4 as well. Opponents are hitting .364 against Alex Darden, and he will face off against Francisco Andina, Jordan Lambert, and Aaron Takis for the Scouts here in the top of the 7th. 1-1 pitch, and Andina hits that one foul hard on the ground first base side. Francisco now behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Andina 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out back in the 2nd inning. 1 of 3 strikeouts that inning that ended up being the only 3 punch-outs of the game for the Xenia Scouts. The 1-2 pitch, and Andina hits that high in the air, foul territory, right field side out of play. We will stay at 1-2. Alex Darden, as I previously mentioned, he throws from the left side here against a predominantly left-handed Xenia Scouts order. Andina, Jordan Lambert, and Aaron Takis all swing from that left side. 1 ball and 2 strike again. Darden delivers. And Andina hits that one hard, ropes that one into right field, and that will drop in front of the right fielder, Blaine Griffiths. A base hit. Francisco Andina leads things off with a single for the Scouts. And now back to the top of the order with Jordan Lambert. The Scouts trying to come back from what is a 3-2 deficit here in the top of the 7th inning. A ball game that they are playing here at Grady's Field, but they are the away team in this game. After Max McCleary Field in Cincinnati was put out of commission last night by a little bit of a flash flood. So first pitch coming now to Jordan Lambert. Upstairs and inside, a little chin music from Darden, 1-0. Jordan Lambert, he is hitless on the day. All 3 of them ground outs, 1 of them to first and 2 of them to short. The 1-0 pitch will not come yet as Darden steps off and throws over to first, not in time to get Francisco Andina leading over there. Andina taking a pretty big lead over at first base. 1 ball and no strikes now. The count to Jordan Lambert. The pitch, and Lambert hits that one hard, right field, just foul. Evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Jordan Lambert, the left fielder from the University of Tennessee, Martin. The native of Savannah, Tennessee. 2nd on the team in batting average at a .295 mark. 1st on the team in RBIs with 19. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count to him. He awaits the 1-1 pitch. Low and away, 2 balls and 1 strike. Lambert never gone more than 3 straight games without an RBI until, well, just very recently. He went 6 games straight without an RBI until last night. His 2 RBI double represented all the scoring. But Lambert takes 2-1, foul ball, first base side. The third baseman, Alex Holderbach, pursues, but he will watch that one fly out of play. Evens the count up, 2 balls and 2 strikes here with a runner at first and nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. The Scouts trying to come back from this 3-2 deficit here in these late innings, trying to pick up their first win since the All-Star break. The 2-2 pitch coming now. Once again, he will not come as Alex Darden steps off. Darden, pretty good pickoff move over there as it looks like he's going into his rotation, going into that movement, but ultimately just throws over. But Francisco Andina playing no games here, still a big lead over at first. 2-2 pitch, and Lambert waves and misses there, a curveball. That'll be the first out of the inning, the first strikeout for Alex Darden. And the Scouts punch out for the first time here since the 2nd inning, which if you have followed Scouts baseball at all this season, that is a rarity. That Xenia, a team that punches out a whole lot more than almost any team they play. So now with 1 on and 1 away, it's going to be Aaron Takis to the plate. Aaron Takis 0 for 1 on the day. He has walked twice, however. He bats from the left side here against the lefty Alex Darden. Francisco Andina over at first. First pitch way on the outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Aaron Takis, a .294 hitter on the year. Just 3 extra base hits on the season for a very high batting average guy in Aaron Takis. Takas, 2 doubles and a triple. Just 3 of his 30 hits this season. Pickoff attempt back over to first. That one spikes in the dirt, but a good job by the first baseman, Matt Worthington, to take that one out of the turf. Prevent it from getting past him and letting Francisco Andina advance 90 feet over to second. So 1 ball and no strikes here. Darden looks to the catcher, and now he delivers. And once again, some chin music there from Alex Darden. Fastball upstairs and inside. Aaron Takas having to dodge his head out of the way. He's now ahead in this count 2-0. Takas from Corinne University in the great state of Pennsylvania, the Philadelphia suburbs. It's where that Division III program is located. 2-0 pitch and fastball on the inside. Aaron Takas waves and misses there. The count goes 2-1. Kyle Casserly awaits on deck here. The Scouts need 1 run to tie this ball game here in the top of the 7th. Takas awaits the 2-1 pitch. The runner, Francisco Andina, goes curveball upstairs, and Dallas Beaver, the catcher, will drop the ball as he exchanges it from his glove to his hand. So Francisco Andina slides in safely. That's his 7th stolen base of the year. And the Scouts down with a runner in scoring position here with 1 away. And leaving runners stranded in scoring position has been Xenia's Achilles heel all season long. Need to execute here. They need to get Francisco Andina home. 3-1 pitch, and that one taken on the outside by Aaron Takas, ball 4. So Takas draws his 3rd walk of the game. He has 22 walks this season, 3 of them coming just tonight. And now Kyle Casserly will bat with runners at first and second here, and nobody out. And looks like Cincinnati's team manager Jimmy Brenneman is going to come out and have a word with his pitcher Alex Darden. Darden has faced 3 batters. And we'll just talk about how we got here. It was Francisco Andina leading things off with a single. He then struck out Jordan Lambert and walked Aaron Takas. So it's runners at first and second here, with 1 away in the top of the 7th. And Kyle Casserly going to be the man who comes to the plate. So it looks like Jimmy Brenneman's going to head back to the dugout, and Kyle Casserly finds himself, and well, let's just put it frankly, he finds himself at a big spot. Kyle Casserly, of course, the first baseman from Wright State University. In his last 10 ball games, Casserly 3 for 38, 7 for 25 with 2 RBIs against this team so far this year. He has reached base twice so far today, both of them coming on fielder's choice. Casserly, the lefty here, against the lefty Alex Darden. First pitch to him, fastball off the plate, 1 ball and no strikes. Kyle Casserly, the .271 hitter on the season, leads the team in doubles, triples, and home runs. His 12 doubles is 3rd in the Southern Division. The runner's going, and that one hit high in the air, foul territory, and Francisco Andina having to sprint back as that ball will be caught by the third baseman Holderbach. A pop-up in foul territory. The third baseman Holderbach gets it for out number 2. A good job there by Francisco Andina of retreating, because that was a hit and run. And now it'll be up to Donald Ring with runners at first and second here, and 2 away. So mark that one down as an F5 for Kyle Casserly. And now Donald Ring, well, he finds himself at a big spot. Ring, he's already come through for the Scouts so far today. 1 for 3, his 1 hit, an RBI single that brought home Kyle Casserly to put the first run on the board for Xenia this evening. Ray, a .231 hitter on the year, 8 doubles. That's second on the Scouts ball club. 1 home run and 8 RBIs. He bats from the left side here against the lefty. First pitch to him. Curveball upstairs, 1-0. Donald Ring, a good friend of mine, a second-year guy on the Xenia Scouts ball club. A .207 hitter with the Scouts last season. But last year in school ball, he hit .316, with 17 home runs and 63 RBIs. And he hits one up the middle. That's going to get through. A base hit. Francisco Andino rounding third and coming home. The throw home will not nearly be in time. The throw flies over the head of Dallas Beaver. Aaron Takis to third. Donald Ring to second. An RBI single off the bat of Donald Ring. And the Scouts have tied this ball game up at 3 runs apiece. So Donald Ring gets the job done, and you see Donald Ring as an extra base hits guy. He's normally roping line drives left and right, but that one, just a ground ball up the middle that found the right spot, and Donald Ring executes there. His second hit of the day, his second RBI of the day, and now Chris Ackerman, who has struggled of late, finds himself in a position with runners at second and third here and 2 away to give the Scouts a lead here in the top of the 7th inning.
Base hit scores 2.
And that is exactly right. And it doesn't look like we are going to see Alex Darden throwing to Chris Ackerman here. Team manager Jimmy Brenneman about ready to pull the plug on the lefty. A call to the bullpen, and we are going to step off. Well, the new pitcher warms up. We're going to figure out who he is, and hopefully the Scouts can get a hit off of him. But we're going to have to wait until we come back. The Scouts and the team all timed up at 3. Runners at second and third here with 2 away in the top of the 7th. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Two on and 2 out. The pitcher is Vince Vanelli. Chris Ackerman to the plate. Vanelli pitch to Chris Ackerman. Taking low and inside, ball 1. And Gabe, what do we have on Vince Vanelli?
The sophomore from Florida Southwestern State, Vince Vanelli, a 1.1 ERA and 16 in a third innings pitched.
The 1-0 pitch here from Vanelli. That one finds the outside part of the plate. A fastball called strike 1 and 1 strike.
Vanelli's only given up 7 hits and 16 in a third. 5 runs, only 2 of them earned. 5 walks, 32 strikeouts.
He is a righty against the righty Chris Ackerman. The pitch waves that and miss does Chris Ackerman. 1 and 2. It's Aaron Takis at third, Donald Ring at second with 2 away here in a 3-3 ball game in the top of the 7th.
A 0.73 whip. Opponents only bat 127 against Vanelli.
The 1-2 pitch. High and outside, 2 and 2.
So the Cincinnati, knowing they need to win out to make the playoffs, in a 3-3 ball game, the Scouts with a couple runners in scoring position, pulling out all the stops.
The 2-2 pitch. Waving and missing does Chris Ackerman. He goes down swinging, and that will do it for the Scouts here in the top of the 7th inning. But an RBI single off the bat of Donald Ring brings home Francisco Andina, and we have a 3-3 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We go into the bottom of the seventh inning. An RBI single from Donald Ring tied the game up in the top of the seventh. And guess who's back again? Landon Williams out to pitch his fifth inning of work now, Gabe.
Inning number 5.
Inning number 5 of baseball, and he will face no easy task here. It's Matt Worthington, Mike Moffett, and Hayden Singer. First pitch to Worthington was on the inside. So the 1-0 pitch now coming from Landon Williams. Slider hit in the air, deep right field. Going back is the right fielder, Dylan Lottenville. He calls for it, makes a sliding grab. It didn't really look like he needed to make a sliding grab right off the bat. You got to do what you got to do. A fly out to right. That is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do is right. I mean, he misjudged it. He took a couple steps in and then had to sprint back toward the line. And his momentum just carrying him into that slide. But luckily for Williams, Lottenville doesn't make another error.
So now with the leadoff man retired, it's Mike Moffett to the plate. Moffett is 2 for 3, a single and a double already today. First pitch, and he hits that one hard into deep center field, but Francisco Andina takes a couple steps in and then a couple steps back. He makes the grab, but once again, Francisco Andina just not playing the ball correctly right off the barrel. But luckily for the Scouts, Andina able to recover quickly, and a quick 2 outs here for Landon Williams.
Yeah, we've seen Andina do it twice. We just saw Lottenville do it. I don't know what it is with the Scouts outfielders tonight, misjudging some balls, but so far.
So now with the 2 leadoff men retired, it's Hayden Singer to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on for the Steam. First pitch to him. Good 2-seamer there from Landon Williams. Catches the inside part of the plate for a called strike 1. Hayden Singer on the day, well, he's 0 for 3. Singer, a .283 hitter around the year with 24 RBIs. The pitch. Hit hard on the ground. Foul ball. Third base side, and Williams ahead in the count, 0-2. 25 strikeouts on the year for Hayden Singer. That was third on this ball club, except for he was tied with Dallas Beaver for third, and Dallas Beaver's already struck out today. The 0-2 pitch on the ground, third base side. Donald Ring fields it, long throw over to first. In time, out number 3. A very easy 1-2-3 inning for Landon Williams. And he turns away the steam in the home half of the 7th. No runs on no hits, and nobody left aboard for Cincinnati. We have played 7 innings of baseball here at Grady's Field. The Steam and the Scouts all locked up at 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Inning number 8 of baseball here at Grady's Field, and Ryan Park in to lead things off for the Scouts. We're all tied up at 3. First pitch to Park. Swing and a miss there. 0-1 on the count. Ryan Park, of course, the catcher from Point Loma Nazarene, but he's not your catcher this evening. He started in right field. Now he's playing over at second base. The pitch. And that one on the inside. 0-2 the count. The 0-2 pitch. And that one spiking in the dirt and rolling under the legs of the catcher, Dallas Beaver. The count moves 1-2. It'll be Ryan Park, Dylan Lottenville, and Ben Beachy due up for the Scouts here in the top of the 8th inning. Xenia trying to pick up their first win in 8 games. The 1-2 pitch. And Park hits that one, a high chopper over towards second base. The second baseman, Bork, comes in, throws over to first. And that'll just beat Ryan Park there. Mark that one down as a 4-3 in your books. And the leadoff man for the Scouts is retired here in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, good play by Bork. Not as easy as it looks. Quickly charges in and has to make a play on a short hop after the ball hopped high in the air on the first bounce. Park is retired.
So now it's the hot hitting Dylan Lottenville to the plate. Lottenville is 2 for 3 on the day. A single and a triple already in this contest. First pitch to Lottenville. He takes a big hack there. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. Dylan Lottenville, like we said, a single and a triple. 2 hits, 9 coming into the ball game. The 0-1 pitch. Lottenville takes a big hack yet again. He's quickly behind in this count, 0-2. Lottenville started the game at second base, but after making what was a pretty crucial error back in the 4th inning that allowed him to score, Lottenville ended up moving back to his normal home out there in right field. He watches outside and upstairs. 1-2 goes the count. The Scouts left runners at second and third with 2 outs. Last inning, as Lottenville goes, swings and misses there. Actually, they'll say he fouled that one right back into the glove of the catcher. Either way, hour 2. And 2 up, 2 down for the Scouts here as they're trying to make a rally push in the top of the 8th. Not going well so far.
Yeah, Vince Vanelli flat out, he's the Landon Williams for the Cincinnati team, their best reliever by far, and it's going to be really hard to get something off of him.
First pitch to Beachy. Beachy swings and misses there, 0-1.
The Scouts trying to jump on fastballs, but their fastball's out of the zone, and Vanelli's getting ahead in counts.
The 0-1 pitch. Beachy watches low and away. Evens the count up, 1 ball and 1 strike, with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. The Scouts and the Steam all locked up at 3. 1-1 delivery. Upstairs and just catching the outside part of the plate. That one looked like it came in high. Gabe making not a too pleased face. Either way, doesn't matter what we have to say about it. The Scout now behind in the count, 1-2. The pitch misses there. Strike 3 and out number 3 here in the top of the 8th inning. The Scouts go down in order. A 1-2-3 inning, no runs on no hits. And nobody left aboard for Xenia. We have played to the middle of the 8th inning. The Scouts and the Steam are all tied up at 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. He's going back out there. A pinch hitter into the ball game as we go into the bottom of the 8th inning. Roger Dennison into hit for the Steam to lead things off here. He replaces Blaine Griffiths. First pitch to Dennison. Slider outside part of the plate. A called strike 1. Yeah, you heard the word slider. It's Landon Williams in to pitch inning number 6 of work here. Williams ahead of the count, 0-1. He delivers off the plate that time. Evens the count up, 1 ball and 1 strike. Roger Dennison, the right fielder from Xavier University in the great city of Cincinnati. Of course, that is a Division I program. Dennison, a .245 hitter on the year, 6 doubles, a triple as he hits one in the air, left field side foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dennison, 6 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, 11 RBIs. He has 29 punch-outs. That is the second most on this Cincinnati Steam ball club. He bats from the left side here against the righty Landon Williams. Williams looks to the catcher, Ackerman, and now he delivers the pitch. That one taken just on the inside. Get again. 2-2 moves the count. And Gabe, what do you think is the logic here? What do you think is the reason that we're keeping Williams in this game?
Well, he had a very quick 7th inning, less than 10 pitches. If he would have pitched more than 10, I think he would be out of there right now.
2-2 pitch is taken just off the plate. Chris Ackerman started to throw it around the horn.
He had to tightly squeeze that ball in his hand to keep it in because he flat out flung his arm toward third. I don't know how that one missed.
3 balls and 2 strikes the count. And that's unfortunate for sure, but the 3-2 pitch, and that one is roped into right field. Dylan Lautenbill has to take 1 step back, and then he makes the grab. Landon Williams is now retired 6 in a row here, has not allowed a hit in 10 batters, I believe, retired since he last allowed a hit.
11.
11 batters retired since he last allowed a hit. There we go. And now with the leadoff man down, it's Jake Bork to the plate. Jake Bork, 0 for 1 today. He has drawn 2 walks, of course. First pitch to him. Inside part of the plate, taking a called strike 1.
And just to stick with your point, this is by far the longest we've seen Williams go. I believe his biggest outing up to this point was 3 innings, maybe.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Williams ahead in this count, 0-2. And, yeah, I can't imagine that there was anything more than 3 innings at any point.
There wasn't 4. I know that. I can think of a 3-inning appearance. That was the longest. Unfortunately, I forget who that was against.
The 0-2 pitch now from Landon Williams. And that one is hit high in the air, foul territory, first base side. Chasing is Kyle Castrolli. He'll get to the fence and watch it fly over that fence, out of play. The count remains 0-2. The batter is the 9-man in this order, Jake Bork. There is 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We are all tied up at 3 between the Cincinnati Steam and the Xenia Scouts here. The Steam need to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. The Scouts, well, they're just trying to play spoiler. The 0-2 pitch. Checks swing. Did he go? Appeal to the field umpire. Says up. He checked his swing. He held off. The count moves 1-2. Jake Bork from USC Upstate, the native of Middletown, Ohio. He bats from the right side here against the righty Landon Williams. Williams looks to the catcher. Now he has what he wants. The 1-2 pitch. Upstairs and outside, 2-2. I cannot believe that 1 batter ago they missed that call on the, I guess it would have been
the outside.
The outside part. It would be the inside now, but hopefully that's not an omen of things to come. That this zone is just tightening up. The 2-2 pitch, way on the inside that time, no question about it. After quickly getting ahead in this count, Jake Bork has worked it back to 3-2. Looking into the bullpen, I see Caden Owens throwing out there. Also could expect Jack Rains to possibly make an appearance. The 3-2 pitch from Williams. And that one is hit high in the air, shallow center field. Coming in is Francisco Andina. He'll pull up, make the grab. Out number 2. And if our calculations are correct, Gabe, Landon Williams has now qualified himself a spot on the end of the season leaderboard, which he will, in all likelihood, sit atop of.
Yep. He does not have to pitch another inning the rest of the year. He will sit atop of the leaderboard in ERA with his ERA will be under 0.3.
The pitch. First pitch low to Jace Mercer, 1-0. There's 2 outs here in the home half of the 8th inning. The Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam in what has been a great baseball game so far. Jace Mercer attacks there, hits that one into center field. Coming under it is Andina. He makes the grab for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning. It has what has been a performance from Landon Williams that, quite frankly, most of us say business as usual. We have played 8 innings of baseball here at Grady's Field. We will go into the 9th, all tied up at 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. A nail biter We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Network. We go into the top of the ninth. Francisco Andina in to lead things off for the Scouts. First pitch to him, a fastball taken on the outside part of the plate, called strike one. It's Andina, Jordan Lambert, and Aaron Takis do up for Xenia here in the top of the 3-ball game. The Scouts trying to break what has been a ferocious losing streak. 0-1 high upstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike to count. And have you recalculated Landon Williams' ERA yet, Gabe?
To be done, not pitch the ninth, his ERA for the year would be a .27.
1 ball and 1 strike now the count. Francisco Andina the pitch. Waving and missing does Andina. He's behind in this count 1-2. Andina, I think, thought he'd struck out there.
I think he thought it was strike 3 as well. He started walking back to the dugout.
Francisco is 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. He singled his last time up, ended up coming around to score what was the tying run. And he takes the 1-2 pitch in there for a fastball on the outside. A lot of the fans not liking it here at Grady's Field.
If you call that pitch a strike, you have to call the pitch in the top half, the last inning, as we're in the top of the ninth and the bottom of the eighth, a strike in the outside corner, because that ball was about a ball off the plate and high, and somehow it was a strike.
Jordan Lambert steps in the top of the ninth. First pitch to him, check swing. Did he go? Appeal to the field umpire? So yes, he did. Jordan Lambert behind in this count, 0-1. Jordan hitless on the day, 0 for 4, 3 ground outs and a strikeout for the team leader in batting average coming into the day. The 0-1 pitch taken low and inside, evens at the count, 1-1. Lambert, 19 RBIs on the season, was leading the team. Ben Beachy actually tying that number with his RBI on the ground out, but Lambert swinging there, fouling the 1-1 pitch back over the screen, and the count now in favor of the starting pitcher, or of the pitcher here, Benelli. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And we've got some drama brewing here at Grady's Field. Out-of-town scoreboard, the Copperheads lose 4-3 to the Joes.
The 1-2 pitch, and waving and missing does Jordan Lambert. Jordan Lambert goes down swinging. Out number 2 here in the top of the ninth. And it'll be either a 2-out rally here, or the Scouts will look to probably Caden Owens to try to send this game into extra innings.
And the reason I say drama is, of course, the Scouts, unfortunately, out of the playoffs, but they can play spoiler here. The Cincinnati Steam, a game and a half out, need to win out.
First pitch to Aaron Takis, fastball upstairs and outside.
The Steam, if they win, would only be a half game back of the playoff spot with 2 games to go.
The 1-0. That one does find the inside part of the plate. Fastball taken by Takis, evens at the count, 1-1 here.
The Steam lose. They're still a game and a half back with 2 to go, so they would need a miracle.
The 1-1 pitch down to Aaron Takis. Curveball taken right down the pipe to Aaron Takis. Down behind in this count, 1-2 here with 2 away in the 3-3 ball game between the Scouts it's the righty, the 1-2 pitch. Takis, 3 walks today. He's just 0 for 1. 0 for 1 with 3 walks. He waits the 2-2 pitch. Vanelli delivers. That one inside to the lefty Takis. The count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. With 2 away, if Takis can draw his 4th walk today, that'll run aboard for Kyle Casserly. But here's the 3-2 pitch. That one taken low, and Takis draws his 4th walk up, and Kyle aboard with the 9th.
And I couldn't be more confused.
No, it's
that pitch was more a strike than the 1-2 on Dina that he struck out on. That one actually caught the outside corner, in my opinion, but we'll take it, and it's up to Cass.
Yeah, no. Hopefully, these things tend to fix themselves. Ball don't lie, and I guess sometimes the umpire can make some make-up calls as well. But a runner at first here with 2 away in the top of the 9th. First pitch to Kyle Casserly. He takes a big swing and a big miss there. 0-1 goes the count. Casserly has yet to get a hit today. He's 0 for 4 on the day. Almost had himself a hit back in the first inning. A little blooper to the outfield. Ends up being a fielder's choice. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball upstairs, taken by Casserly there. 1-1 goes the count.
A good take by Cass. Lots of Vanelli's fastball high, but because he gets it over the plate, scouts have been chasing.
The 1-1 pitch comes now. Casserly swinging and missing yet again. 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here with 2 away here in the top of the 9th. It's Aaron Takis at first. He represents tying in front, I should say. Casserly awaits the 1-2 pitch. The last couple of bullets. Takis leads from first. The 2-2 pitch. And Casserly checks his swing, but fouls that one straight back into the screen. The count will stay at 2-2.
Yeah, that pitch high and tight, and because of the not even fully a check swing, he just kind of kept the bat high above right at his chin, and it hit the barrel of the bat and went back to the net.
2 balls and 2 strikes yet again. Vanelli delivers. The runner Takis goes. That one on the outside. They'll say that ball missing. Aaron Takis swipes the bag without a throw. It looks like the catcher, Dallas Beaver, thought he had caught strike 3 right there. I kind of thought he had caught strike 3 right there as well, but Aaron Takis swipes second. And now anything in the gaps here from Casserly on 3-2 would bring the go-ahead run home. So Takis leads from second. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. The pitch, low and inside, ball 4. So Kyle Casserly draws the walk. Runners at first and second for the guy who is responsible for the vast majority of Xenia's scoring already today. That's Ring, who's 2 for 4 on the day. A couple of RBIs already. And he finds himself in a big spot for the 3rd time this evening.
2 RBI singles for Ring, and Vanelli, who had only walked 5 guys all year, walks 2 in a row here in the 9th.
So the pitch to Donald Ring. First pitch coming now. Ring waves and misses there, 0-1.
Again, trying to jump on a fastball, but that pitch was low and away. It would have been a ball.
Ring from Hillsdale College. An All-American this past year with the Chargers. The 0-1 pitch. He watches high, evens up the count 1-1.
And Casserly started to take off for second from first. Takis wasn't going anywhere. I don't know if Casserly thought Bubba had a double steal on, but Takis didn't take off for third. Cass had to retreat.
The 1-1 pitch to Donald Ring, and he lifts that one into center field, and that one will get caught by a diving center fielder, Jace Mercer, who robs Donald Ring of what would have been the go-ahead RBI single, and the Scouts will leave the top of the 9th inning with nothing to show for it. No runs on one hit and a couple of men left aboard for Xenia. We have played. Yes, ma'am. We have played into the top of the ninth inning, and the Scouts and the Steam are all tied up at 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We go into the bottom of the ninth inning. A new pitcher in for Xenia. It's Caden Owens. And Aldo Wendy to lead things off. First pitch from Caden Owens. Fastball outside part of the plate called strike one. Gabe, what do we have on Caden Owens?
A 1.84 ERA, but that's because he's only pitched 14 and 2/3 innings. The closer for the Scouts has only given up 3 earned runs, 10 walks, 19 strikeouts.
The 0-1 pitch. Fastball low and outside part of the plate. Lower outside part of the plate, I should say. The count goes 0-2. Caden Owens from Oral Roberts University, one of the veteran leaders on this team. We saw him last night in the booth with us. Just an all-star guy and an all-star player as he delivers curveball that time. A big curveball, finishes on the inside, ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count now to Aldo Wendy. Wendy is 0 for 3 on the day with a walk.
Owens 1-1 and 3 saves as well for the Scouts.
Owens from the left side against the righty. Pitch, curveball, finishes on the inside yet again. Evens up the count 2-2. It'll be Aldo Wendy, Dallas Beaver, and Alex Holderbach due up for the Cincinnati team here in the bottom of the ninth. Just 1 run, any run would win them this ball game. So 2-2 the count now. The pitch from Owens. Fastball low. The count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We saw Caden Owens in what was one of the most clutch performances of the season for the Scouts. It was Caleb Fernholz's first start with Xenia. A 1-run lead going into the ninth. Owens struck out the side. The pitch, and that one hit high in the air, shallow right field. Charging is the right fielder, Lottenville. It'll drop in front of him for a base hit. Aldo Wendy leads things off with a single, and the winning, I should say, run is aboard for the Cincinnati team.
Yeah, and I get Lottenville's decision not to dive there. If you dive, the ball gets past you, and Buendia has a chance to move to second. But the second baseman, Ryan Park, was charging after that ball as well. If it gets past Lottenville, Park was right there. I just don't think Lottenville realized it.
So with Aldo Buendia over at first, it's Dallas Beaver to the plate. First pitch to Dallas Beaver. He shows bunt but pulls back. That ball delivers on the outside. 1 ball and no strikes. The count to Beaver. Beaver is 2 for 4 on the day. the catcher from the University of Central Florida, a 351 hitter on the year with 11 doubles, home runs, 25 RBIs. The batting average and RBIs both second on the team. Beaver shows bunt but pulls back yet again. And Owens missing on the outside for the second time in a row. 2 balls and no strikes to count. It's the bottom of the ninth here, a runner at first. In a tie ball game between the Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam. The Steam need to win to stay alive. The Scouts, well, they're just trying to play spoiler. Beaver bats from the left side here against the 2-0 pitch. And showing bunt, but pulling back again is Beaver. That pitch finds the zone. A called strike, 2-1 goes the count.
And he was like hesitant there. He kept the bat out there a little bit and actually nicked the bat right into the back of Chris Ackerman's glove. If he would have just kept it out there fully, I think he would have got it down.
Aaron Tack is over at short, playing just one step to the left of that second base bag. The third baseman, Donald, in. And bunting the ball down the first base line there is Dallas Beaver. Picking up the ball and throwing it over to first is Chris Ackerman. They get the out, but the sacrifice bunt for Beaver, well, quite frankly, very successful. Aldo Wendy advances over to second, and the winning run in scoring position with just one away. And Cade Noel in a very strenuous spot here in the bottom of the ninth.
Not ask for a better bunt from Dallas Beaver there. He almost beat it out, and Beaver is not fast at all. Just a perfectly placed bunt down the first base line. And now Owens, the winning run at second, needs to get something easy to avoid the advantage of
Alex Holderbach. Well, the Scouts have kept him in check so far today. 0 for 4 on the day. He is the leading hitter on this Cincinnati Steam Ball Club, a 362 average. First pitch curveball, and they will call Cade Owens on a balk before the pitch. And Gabe, did you see that? Because
no, and Owens is Cade. He's just looking at the field umpire like, what did I do?
And that is an absolute garbage call. And now it'll be all the more impressive if Cade Owens can get himself out of this one. The winning run is at third in Aldo Wendy. All plays are to home. The infield is in. Anything hit in the air,
they're going to intentional walk Alex Holderbach.
It moved there by Xenia Scouts manager Bubba Cates because on a chance.
Puts the double play ball on. Holderbach doesn't matter. The winning run and the runners matter. And now they're going to pitch to him.
So first pitch here to Holderbach. The check did not. 1 ball in Holderbach.
I am so confused right now. Ackerman stood up, put his arm out, and then he looked to the bench, and they changed their minds. I would have intentional walked him in a heartbeat.
A run ball and no strikes the count. Holderbach hits one high in the air, foul territory. It looks like right field side out of play. Evens the count up 1-1.
Good thing that we're not so sure Lottenville would have let that drop. If he catches that ball, the game's over.
Well, you got to have some baseball IQ, you would hope.
Yep.
The count, even 1 ball and 1 strike here. Owens, the southpaw against Holderbach, who bats from the right side. The winning run is at third. The pitch, and that pitch finishing on the inside. Curveball or fastball there? Fastball there, that's what I thought. From Owens, the count moves 2-1. And even though they took the intentional walk off, here.
Anything in the air wins the game.
The pitch. Curveball. That one finishing just high. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. And Cade Owens can't buy himself a borderline call here.
I don't know where you got to throw the ball to get a strike unless it's right down the middle because the strike zone has all of a sudden shrunk massively.
It's an absolute 3-1 pitch. And that ball is roped into center field, and that's going to be the ball game. Alex Holderbach will walk it off for the Cincinnati Steam, and that will do it for the Scouts here. And unfortunately,
that's
a tough one. So the final score is going to be the Cincinnati Steam 4, the Xenia Scouts Scouts 3. The Steam with 4 runs on 7 hits. They had 1 error. The Scouts with 3 runs on 6 hits. They had 2 errors. The winning pitcher will be Vince Vanelli. He will, I don't know what he'll move to on the season. Caden Owens will take the loss in that contest. And Gabe, that's a tough pill to swallow. But with a catcher playing base, I think not a fight tonight.
Yep.
Even when the odds were stacked against them and when things have been going as poorly as they have been going, I think it's easy for guys to check out, and we did not see that from the Scouts tonight.
Not at all.
So I'm very proud of what's put out on the field tonight.
100%. And you were in the game the whole time. Landon Williams pitched a masterful 3rd through 8th inning. And unfortunately, again, I'm not blaming the ump for the loss. The Scouts had chances to win, but the strike zone shrunk massively in that last inning, those last 2 innings, and there's really nothing you can do about it.
So let's just talk about a couple of great things that we saw in this game and a lot of things that the Scouts can really walk away and be proud of. And first, we got to talk about Dylan Lottenville, who came into the game batting just 117. He was 2 for 4 on the day, a single and a triple, scored a run. Donald Ring, well, he was captain clutch tonight as well. Ring, 2 for 5, I should say, with a couple of RBIs, tying the game in both situations. And the third baseman, the second-year Xenia scout from Hillsdale College, doing a very good job as well. In the kind of more awkward, the weirder things category, Aaron Takis draws 4 walks. And that's pretty impressive, I must say.
Very.
Yeah, but
Landon Williams.
Yeah, of course. Landon Williams. We're done with the hitters now, but Landon Williams throws 6 innings of baseball, scoreless, and Landon, who has been absolutely stellar all season long, and he did not disappoint tonight when his team needed him most to keep them in that ball game. And Williams just doing a tremendous job, and he will end the season at atop the Great Lakes League leaderboard in ERA by a large margin.
It's incredible what Landon Williams has done for the Xenia Scouts this season. 0.27, a 0.27 ERA in 33 and 2/3 innings pitched. Hats off to Landon Williams.
So we still have a couple of ball games left here with the Xenia Scouts. The Scouts, they'll be back in action tomorrow in Galion, Ohio, as they will take on the Galion Graders for their final series of the year. And a lot to play for in those 2 games. The Scouts trying to avoid finishing behind the Hamilton Joes.
Yep.
Yeah, so don't want to fall to 5th place.
You're playing to avoid last place.
Otherwise, though, the Scouts did. Gabe's a funny guy. I think I'm a funny guy as well, so we have a lot of fun. We're going to miss this. But in terms of other things that we're seeing right now, the Copperheads lost and the Steam won. So there is just
2 games to go. The Steam are a half game back of the Copperheads, and the Steam play the Hamilton Joes last place. The Copperheads have to play the first place Jazz. My prediction is that the Steam are going to squeak in there because if the Steam win both, all it's going to take is 1 Copperheads loss because the Steam play all 42 games and the Copperheads are going to get kind of screwed out of a game. Well, they already are screwed out of a game, and they're going to get screwed that they only play 42.
And we will give you all the live action updates as they come, as this Great Lakes Collegiate Baseball League season comes to a close. So I am Andrew Alix. He's Gabe Genovesi. We thank you for joining us tonight, for us and the entire Xenia Scouts family. We love having you aboard. You could have been anywhere else tonight, but you're here with us. We really appreciate that. So for us and the entire Xenia Scouts family, we thank you for joining us. Good night and God bless.